Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening as we come to you tonight from Helling Stadium in Elwood City, Pennsylvania, where the Elwood City Wolverines are hosting the Mohawk Warriors. Just a beautiful night again for a football, a beautiful night for an event such as tonight being senior night. A special night each and every year. All the schools across the WPIAL have done this at one form or another during the season, and tonight, this being Elwood City's last home game of the year, will be our senior night. So we'd like to introduce our senior players in football, cheerleaders, we got soccer team, we got golf team, and we have the band. So we do appreciate you being with us. We'll once we wrap this up, we'll have a brief pregame show with the upcoming matchup. But until then, we're going to talk about and recognize our seniors. I know my son graduated 2 years ago, and this was a special night. It just was one of them nights where you saw all those years come together. You think about all the hours that these players, cheer, band, whichever may be, spent at this stadium, at this field. And knowing here in a couple hours they will be walking off for the last time as players in cheer. And will be just it was an emotional night. I think for the players, the parents, and dads and moms, grandparents, all alike. But right now, they're setting up some flowers and podiums out here to recognize our seniors. There's many photographers. I'm sure there'll be many pictures on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat throughout the evening in the upcoming days ahead. So we welcome you, and we will start off with the football team. And first will be Noah Bunny. Noah, number 57, he has played football for 4 years as our nose guard here at Helling Stadium for the Wolverines. He is escorted by his parents, Dawn and Carla Bunny. Noah's future plans are to work at Legends NDS Barbershop. His favorite memory in his football career is freshman year, learning from the seniors. Next we have Storm Chambers. Storm, 4-year player here for the Wolverines. As a fullback, linebacker, defensive end, we've seen him all over the field over the years. Storm is escorted by his parents, Butch and Alyssa Chambers. He plans to attend a college for physical therapy assistant. His favorite memory is shutting out the defending state champions from Beaver Falls 27-0, one of the great nights we've had here at this stadium in the last several years. Next, coming across the field is Levi Smith. He's just played for the Wolverines for 1 year and filled in as a kicker this year. He is escorted by his parents, Doug and Joanne Smith. He's pursued a 5-year master's degree in accounting. And his favorite memory is earlier this year, he hit his first extra point against Sarah Catholic. Just 3 seniors on our football team, 3 players that I think Brad and everybody here just want to thank them for giving us our Friday nights to come out and watch them play, putting forth a great effort each and every time. Congratulations to our football seniors. Next coming up is our senior cheerleaders. First up is Sariana Asalone. She's been in 4 years, and she is the co-captain of the cheering squad. She is escorted by her parents, Darren and Julie Asalone. Her future plans are to attend Point Park College and university and major in dance and psychology. That's a great school for dance. Her favorite memory is having tumble-offs with the opposing cheerleaders and, of course, everyone's favorite Riverside rivalry game. Next up, we have Marissa Costuzo. Marissa has been cheering for 4 years. Tonight, she is escorted by Dean and Valerie Costuzo. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year university for business marketing. Her favorite memory is when she broke a step on the bleachers at Aliquippa and fell. We've seen the bleachers at Aliquippa. They're kind of easy to break. But that is a memory for Marissa she can take with her in future years. Congratulations, Marissa. Next we'll have Morgan Falesnik. Morgan's been in cheer for 4 years, and she is also the co-captain. She is escorted by Mark and Mary Beth Falesnik. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year university for pre-law. Her favorite memory is when Marissa broke the bench. That was a big night. And the ref's fiance. I just read what they give us, guys. And that was Morgan Falsnick. I had a misprint there. We just got figured out. Marissa Falsnick. Next is Madison Jones, 4 years in cheer. Mark and Megan Jones are escorting her this evening. Her future plans are to become a nurse. Her favorite memory is meeting and helping the younger cheerleaders at cheer night. Next we have Miss Hannah Keeley. Hannah has been cheering for 3 years, and she is escorted by her parents, Frank and Katie Keeley. She plans to attend a 4-year university to study fashion design. Her favorite memory is going out and hanging out with the seniors after the home games. Next we have Hannah Marini. Hannah has been cheering for 4 years, and she is also a co-captain. She is escorted by her parents, David and Tammy Marini, and she plans to attend Geneva College for pre-med and psychology. Her favorite memory is when she broke her windshield after a basketball game. Sounds like these cheerleaders like to break things. So, congratulations, Hannah Marini, on your 4 years of working with the cheerleaders. Next, we have Miss Abby Petrelli. Abby has been cheering for 4 years, and she is the daughter of Rick and Carol Petrelli. Abby's future plans are to attend a 4-year college. And her favorite memory is when Marissa put her foot through a bench at a basketball game. Not Aliquippa, a basketball game. So her favorite memory is Marissa put her foot through a bench at basketball. Next we have coming across the field is Miss Angela Volpe. Angela has been cheering for 4 years, and she is the daughter of Skip and Aaron Volpe. Her future plans are to attend college to study occupational therapy. And her favorite memory, and this must have been a fun memory, is when Marissa broke a seat at the Aliquippa basketball game. That concludes our cheerleaders. We certainly thank them for all that they do, not only on the football field, basketball court, and throughout the community all year. Congratulations to our Elwood City Wolverines senior cheerleaders. Next we have Tyler Richards. Tyler has been golfing, our golf team, for 4 years. He is escorted tonight by Tom and Judy Fisher. Future plans is going into the Marine Corps. Congratulations, Tyler Richards. His favorite memory is winning the section his junior year and the golf team making the playoffs.
I think, correct, they finished third in the Whippeal Championship.
And they also, we just heard, finished third in the Whippeal Championship this year. On the girls' golf team, we have a senior, Mackenzie Rogers. Mackenzie has been golfing for 4 years. She is escorted by Robin Rogers, and she plans to attend a 4-year college for elementary education. And her favorite memory was making the playoffs this, her senior year. Now we welcome the girls' tennis seniors. This is Ashley Fitzgibbons. Ashley has been on the girls' tennis team for 4 years. She is escorted by her parents, Dan and Rita Fitzgibbons. Her future plans are to study criminology at Geneva College. Her favorite memory is making funny tennis grunting noises with her teammates. Next we have Caitlin Lopes, 3 years on the tennis team. She is escorted by Samuel and Laverne Lopes. She plans to attend Clarion University to study biology and pre-med. Her favorite memory is getting to hyper playing Uno on half days in the library with her friends. Next we have girls soccer is Samantha Campos Ritten. Samantha has played soccer for 1 year. She is escorted by John and Michelle Stitch. She plans to attend college, and her favorite memory is this first year of soccer. Next we have Avery Dudek. Avery has been playing soccer for 2 years for the Wolverines. She is escorted by her parents Dan and Tracy Dudek, and she plans to attend Allegheny College for psychology and play soccer at Allegheny College. Her favorite memory is the Thunder Foot Drill. Next we have Cheyenne Bagalia. She is in the band and also on the girls' soccer team. Cheyenne was played 2 years for soccer, 4 years for band, and she is escorted tonight by Bruce Begulia and Becky Lambright. She plans to attend a 4-year college for animation, and her favorite memories are telling stories on the bus and getting hit in the face. I hope that was a fun memory. Next we have Ashley Fitzgibbons. Ashley, we've seen on the tennis team as well as in the band. She played for 4 years, doing both in the band. She's escorted by Dan and Rita Fitzgibbons. She wants to study criminology at Geneva College, and her favorite memory is the long bus rides. Next we have Helena Calantis. Helena has been in the band for 5 years. She is escorted by her parents, George and Joanne Calantis. She plans to attend a 4-year college. Her favorite memory is marching single file along a hill with the whole band laughing but still having to go into parade rest. Congratulations, Helena Calantis. Next we have for the band is Curtis Larry. Curtis has been in the band for 5 years, plays the snare drum. He is escorted tonight by his parents, Sam and Renee Larry. He plans to attend a 4-year college. His favorite memory is when Lee asked Reed if he could tape the cymbals. That sounds like fun. Next for the band, we have Maya Mann. Maya plays the mellophone, and she's done that for 4 years with the band. She is escorted by Brian and Michelle Mann this evening, and she plans to attend CCBC to become a radiologist. And her favorite memory is, I'm sure, a great one, going to Disney with the Blue Band. Maya Main, I beg your pardon. Next we have Jolene Smith, the drum major for the band this year. She has been in the band for 5 years. She is escorted by Dawn and Judy Smith, and her future plans are to go to the Air Force. Her favorite memory is going to Disney last year and getting to know so many people. Congratulations to all of our seniors. Just a beautiful night for it. We got a beautiful landscape backdrop with the clouds and the sun setting. It's great to see that the school puts this on each and every year to recognize our seniors for the work and time that they put in. And I think we sometimes forget they do it because they love it, and they do it because we enjoy watching them do it. We're going to take a quick break here, get a drink of water. We'll be right back. We are about 8 minutes away from kickoff, so we'll be back here in about 3 minutes to go over some pregame things to talk about in this matchup tonight. Thank you.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by ElwoodCity.org, the unofficial site for Elwood City News. Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, your hometown store for all your custom apparel needs and printable sportswear for all types of groups. And by WXED 107.3, located in downtown Elwood City, bringing you your rocking needs.
Welcome back, folks, here to Helling Stadium. It's where tonight the Elwood City Wolverines will be taking on the Mohawk Warriors. Two school districts not that far apart. They actually are adjacent to each other. And a game that's, I think, is set up to be a pretty good game. Both teams coming in looking for their first win. So somebody in this conference tonight is not going to be 0-0. Even if it's a tie, we can. There's going to have something other than a 0 in that loss column. But two teams, I think, that are going to match up pretty well against each other. Elwood City, they got beat last week, but I tell you what, the offense came alive. They came alive not only in the passing game, but in the running game as well. And I was talking to some of the parents and the players throughout the week. That confidence of going out there and scoring 4 touchdowns in a game, I think is something that's going to really carry over in tonight. My name is Thad Sturgeon, alongside Brad Windhorse. Brad, another beautiful night for football.
Oh, I tell you what, knock on wood, if we get one more week of beautiful weather, I have no clue how long it's been for 9 to 10 weeks that you've had this great weather. You can see it on our screen. What a beautiful sunset. Lights are on, ready for action. We'll call this the bowl game. It's October 18th. That with an 8, it's 0-8 versus 0-8. This is our bowl game.
It's the Battle of the Beatons.
The Battle of the Beatons. Too good. Yeah, great week. We do see that there are a couple injuries out there, but we also are getting some players back. This is a big matchup. We saw it in warm-ups. Both teams looked like they were hyped, ready to go. I know the Mohawk Warriors on the other side there had their offense come out first, defense come out second, and they were hyped. Same thing the Wolverines. With it being senior night, there's a little bit of pressure, some nerves, some tears here from the parents, but I tell you what, that's going to change real fast. This is going to be blue versus red tonight.
Yes, and it's last year. Mohawk had a really good team. They won the conference.
Yeah, they tied with Freedom.
With Freedom, made it to the playoffs. One of their first times in many years. Little side note here is Elwood City's coach Joe Lamenza, and I didn't get a chance to look at the years, but he spent a couple years as the head coach for these Mohawk Warriors. It's probably like 6-8 years ago. So there's a familiarity there for Coach Lamenza. I don't think he's coaching any of the same players, but there may be family members and what have you to go along with that for the game. So trying to see what the call is here on the field. And
it looks like Elwood won. I think they are deferring, so Mohawk will receive the kickoff. Elwood City, which I like. I like this. This is good for their momentum. 2 weeks in a row of coming out in the after the halftime break. Third quarter scores.
The one thing I will say, and we're not far away from kickoff. Our things ran a little long, not long, but introducing all of our seniors this evening. Elwood City, I think, for the last 2 weeks, one player has kind of taking it over them. 2 weeks ago at Shenango, we saw Watkins run all over them until being a school record.
Right.
Last week we saw the Hughes kid from Riverside pass for 6 touchdowns. Here's the standings here, Brad. Go ahead.
Yeah, so on our screen, we're going to be talking a little bit about playoffs the next 2 weeks. Specifically, after this week, we will know at least 2 teams, should know 2 teams that are locked in. It's going to come down to the 4th week between about 3 or 4 teams. Locked in for sure is Freedom. Even though they lost to Neshannock. They traveled to Neshannock last week, lost 49-21. Neshannock keeps their hopes alive to possibly maybe win outright or at least tie with Freedom to get that conference championship. They play tonight. If Neshannock wins, they're automatically locked in then. Riverside, Shenango, Western Beaver, and New Brighton. New Brighton had fell from 2nd all the way down to 5th, 6th. All those teams are definitely still in it. So
we're going to see some head-to-head action here, I think, as we finish next week's game
to
see who falls where, because that was a big upset in my mind, and I know yours too, Brad, by your text you sent me Saturday when Western Beaver beat the New Brighton Lions.
And New Brighton was up 13-0 at halftime, so that's a big win there. It's going to come down to these last 2 weeks.
Western Beaver's done that a couple times this year, has gone in and out. We're real close to kickoff here, and we'll update you more on the players as we go on. I stuck my head out the window. That cooler. It is a cooler air. Here's a run up and the kick. Taken there at about the 33-yard line by number 2. Makes the first wave miss. He brings the ball all the way back out to the number 40, and that was by number 2, A.J. Karnock. But down by junior number 23, Tyler Powell. So this Mohawk offense, I think it's safe to say they're a lot like Elwood Cities, have struggled this year. You'll see them run the ball a lot. The passing game is not as proficient, I'm sure, as their coach would like it to be. But they're big. I don't know how fast they are yet, but they are pretty good-sized players. In the shotgun, handoff there. Dances and moves around, brought down by a host of Wolverines there. That was number 20, Brian Klein, a junior. He has 73 rushes for 286 yards on the year. My quick math, that's about a 4.2 yards per carry, and he just gained but 1 yard on that play, bringing up a 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, the defensive line there for the Wolverines played that one very well, filled the gaps, and held that one just to a 1-yard gain.
Their quarterback is a sophomore, Mark Conti. He's 24 for 87 on the year. Little misdirection there. Handoff to number 3. Rolls his way forward. Nice pancake tackle there. That was senior number 57, Noah Bunny, on that tackle. That was Corey Brown on that run. Rolls his way forward. Picks up about 5 on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 4. Once again, senior night. And a nice crowd on hand. And nice travel there by the Mohawk Warriors as we look across the field. A chill in the air, but I wouldn't say it's cold yet. There's a handoff. Makes the first man miss. Got to hit him. He falls his way forward. We got flags all over the place. He's down to the 30-yard line, I beg your pardon. It's a wait to see what the hold is. The hold's back at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, a couple missed tackles there by the Wolverines, but it looks like they may be benefited with a hold. Could be a spot foul here. The refs are coming back to the 50-yard line.
50-yard line.
Let's see what we got here.
That is. Oh.
No, they're calling a face mask.
Face mask on the Wolverines. Who carried that ball, Brad?
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Okay.
I was more focused on the foul.
Yeah, I guess it was in the area of a hold. Thought it was coming back. So that's going to be tacked on after that. About a 24-yard run. So 24 plus 15. Wow. Ball now at the 15-yard line. Mohawk.
It was taken by number 20 again.
20, Brian Klein, Jr. Okay, so Mohawk Warriors setting up shop here. 1st and 10 in the shotgun. Sidecar to his left. That handoff to him around that right side. Storm Chambers in pursuit. Man hits him there. Brought down by number 4, freshman Nick Magnifico. And that was Stein on the Klein on the carry. Brian Klein, a junior, as I mentioned before. Nick Magnifico coming up from that safety position with the stop, just limiting that to a 1-yard gain. The defense of the Wolverines really strung that play out as they were trying to go to the right. Number 13 is in at quarterback. Bowden Leslie. And that was number 20 on that carry down to the 10-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5. Ball right up the middle there, and just kind of pinball way around, but not after about a 3-yard gain. So big 3rd down here for the Wolverines defense and Mohawk offense as they've had that short field. They got the ball there at the 40-yard line to start this drive. So 3rd and 5 at the 10-yard line. Trips to the left, tight end tight. Little misdirection. Ball falls on the ground. Going to bring up a 4th down. Number 13, Bowden Leslie on the kind of optioned. Just the ball got dropped in the exchange, and he fell on top of the ball. Noah Bunny was there in heavy pursuit. So going to try a field goal here. 13's the holder. Leslie Bowden. Nice snap. We got a penalty on the play. I'm thinking it's going to be pre-snap since they blew the whistle.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be false start here. Should be false start.
And that's Lloyd Dillon.
Check that. They're going to say offsides against the Wolverines.
Good grief.
Now it's still 4th down.
It is still 4th. It was 4th and 10. The 5 yards gets them 4th and 5. I guess in my mind, though, as the kicker got to kick the ball, he bounced it off the upright.
Right.
So.
And this kicker has made 3 field goals, 6 PATs, so he can kick. He was trying it from 20, 30, 40 yards out.
Was he really? I missed
Yes.
it. Good snap. Kick is down. Oh, kicked it into the back of the line of scrimmage.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind jinxing it.
No, nice job there, Brad. I'm not sure who recovered the ball, but it don't matter. It's ball over on downs on the missed field goal. It did not pass the line of scrimmage, and the Wolverines able to jump on that.
Yeah.
Number 10, Carter Lutz. I don't know that for certain. He got up from the bottom of the pile, but the drive went right into his long snapper's back. So first time on the field is the Wolverines offense, spreading them out here. 4 wide outs. Hand off to Tyler Powell. Wrapped up there. So really no gain on that play. Number 61, Charlie Schillingberg, getting up off the bottom of the pile.
Check that. He did gain a couple yards, 3 yards.
Oh, he did. I'm sorry. The line.
Yeah, it took a little bit.
The stick guys wasn't. My eyes were quicker than he could move. So 2nd and 7, ball on that 15-yard line. Sends Ashton in motion on that jet sweep around to the right, and that didn't work. Wow.
That was a featured play last week.
It was
a featured
play.
And it worked sometimes, but not tonight so far.
It did work, but on that first time that they did it, it was unable. He was thrown down with authority, was Ashton Wilson. Tackled there was number 11 for the tackle, Ethan Fritzley. So a loss of 4 on the play. Going to bring it with 3rd down and 11. So 3rd down play here. Ball right at the 11-yard line. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Really Gibbons back to pass. He's under some duress. Throws the ball down there. Too tall, too high for intended receiver Peyton O'Brien. some double coverage there.
I was going to say it may be a good thing that wasn't anywhere near it.
That was on that particular play, the Mohawk Warriors got some pressure, but Gibbons did have some time to throw the ball, but there was really good coverage down the field.
Right, and this was something, unfortunately, that we didn't see right that second. But last week, there was a lot of 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3s, which made that a lot better. That 3rd and 11, that's hard to complete, not only at midfield, but at your own 10-yard line.
Right, Gibby standing in his own end zone, high snap. He got it down, thank goodness. High end over and kick, and
not
it
a bad
falls
kick.
Out of bounds.
They did throw a flag, I believe, all the way back. I'm wondering if this is going to be an illegal procedure or something. I'm not really sure here yet.
Well, with the high snap, the timing was off just a little bit. We'll wait to see what they have.
The official's running over to the Mohawk side, so it looks like this one's going to be against the Wolverines. Talking about the offense for Mohawk, the quarterback has thrown 12 interceptions this year. So you better believe run. When we saw in that first drive, all running plays.
Yes, and they got some big fellas up front. Number 55, in the program, he's listed at 6'5", 270, and he looks it from up here.
Right.
Number 58 out there on the line, Nick Beam. He's 6 foot 245. So they do got some meat up there on that line. I haven't seen him really try to go up the middle yet. But I missed the penalty call.
They did call illegal, not illegal procedure, but illegal motion because of that kick, and because
Mohawk
it's a 5-yard penalty.
Great field position here. Ball on a 31-yard line. There's a handoff to the right side, makes a man miss, falls his way forward. Was number 3, and he was taken down there by number 2, Zach Gatto, but not after about a 7-yard gain, and that was Corey Brown. On the run,
yep.
Was it, Brad?
Yep.
Okay. Out there for the Wolverines right now on defense, number 53, Cameron Reynolds, Nick Magnifico in the backfield. Number 74, Rodney Grimes on that line. We've seen him mature in that spot, along with senior Storm Chambers. Noah Bunny's out there as well. 2nd and 3. We had movement. In that linebacker, we have Tyler Powell, along with Carter Lutz in the center of the field, and freshman Peyton O'Brien.
I tell you what, for a season where both teams are we haven't seen many penalties this first quarter so far.
Yes.
A lot of nerves there.
We've seen that. We have a different quarterback tonight, Brad. I think you missed that. Number 13, Bowden Leslie's in there.
Yeah,
he's a sophomore. Maybe they're switching in and out.
I'm wondering if they are switing out because, like we said,
try to keep apprised of that.
Right.
Going on. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. We got a flag on the play. We're going to have some motion again. Taken down there. Good tackle. Number 4, Nick Magnifico. Met him for no gain on the play. We'll wait to see what this flag is.
They're going to be, they come, once again, usually.
When they're talking to the Elwood, Coach Lemendez out there.
Illegal shift.
Illegal shift. I wondered, okay. Must have 2 people in motion.
Yep. Yeah, anytime you have 2 people in motion, that is illegal to have. You have to have somebody set before you do that. 2 people moving in the backfield, send them back 5 yards.
All right, now we're at 2nd and 13. Ball is just inside the 35-yard line of Wolverine territory. Wolverines getting set in that defense right now. Bowden Leslie sends a man in motion to that right side. There's a handoff. Hold there. Nice play there by Tyler Powell to come up and meet the would-be runner, number 26 that time, Vincent Arguero. He's rushed 95 times for them this year for 316 yards. Picked up about 3 on that play. Got back to, not quite to the original line. It's 3rd and 10. So 3rd and 10 here. We saw the Wolverines get not let the Warriors convert a 3rd down. They actually went for the field goal on 4th down. So let's see if the Wolverines can hold them on this 3rd down. There's a handoff. Nice there by Noah Bunny. Who else was in there too? Mr. senior sandwich time with Storm Chambers and Noah Bunny in there. Noah just really grabbed onto that young man, pulled him down. Loss of 1 on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 11. And that's something we've not said much this season is loss on the play when our defense is on the field. They're getting pursuit at that front line tonight, Brad.
Yep.
We knew Mohawk had some size, weren't quite sure how fast they were. And I can tell you right now, in that center of that defensive core, senior Noah Bunny and Storm Chambers are leaving on the play. So.
Okay, so instead of taking the delay of game, I believe the other side. They get the timeout
called? Okay.
Yeah, they get the timeout just in time. I don't know if that's going to really help them much, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, on this 4th and 11, going to be just a quick timeout here.
Yeah, we didn't have keys to the game on the screen for you guys because of senior night, but once again, I'm wondering if we're seeing a different quarterback because we talked about that starting quarterback. He has thrown 12 interceptions. I think it's going to be more of hand the ball off. You've seen it on the screen so far. They're putting one wide receiver in motion. They're bringing a fullback or running back through, and then either handing it off. So you've got 4 options there, but you expect run, and run. If they fill the box for the Wolverines, fill the box with 8 people, it's going to shut it down. And so far, they've done a pretty darn good job.
They really have. They've been aided by some good field position, Mohawk.
Right.
You would think with the ball, they had the ball twice now in Wolverine territory. One was aided by a 24-yard run, along with a 15-yard face masking penalty.
I think the big difference tonight you're going to see is the fact that one of these teams can throw, one of these teams cannot. And I have that feeling. I have that little tickle in the back of my head.
I have that feeling it's going to come down to one big play.
Right.
Who's going to make it?
Exactly.
Whether it be via pass, interception.
Something
we
along those lines.
thought this was going to be an offensive struggle with defense. 4th and 11 after the timeout. Back to pass. Surveys the field. Throws the ball down there. Oh, man.
Oh, not a bad throw,
Not a bad throw at all. Good coverage by Ashton Wilson back there.
Very good coverage.
But really a nice throw. Just a smidge too tall for what would be receiver number 2. I beg your pardon, I could be wrong on that number. But either way, the Warriors are 0-2 on 4th downs. It's Wolverines' ball resting at the 33-yard line.
And that's a big stop. I mean, talk about field position. Now the Wolverines start now at their own 33 and get some good field position for once.
So something to work on. So I think we're just big play, first down kind of thing here. Handoff to Tyler Powell. Met in that backfield quickly. Number 11, heavy pursuit there. Ethan Fritzley, 5'8", 145-pound junior, was there. Really, he kind of did, I'm not comparing the young man to T.J. Watt, but he kind of did what we see a lot of the professional players do, come down the line of scrimmage as they're waiting for that hole.
Gap.
And as they're waiting for that hole to develop, they get wrapped up.
Yeah.
Big night for sports. We got the Penguins playing.
Everything.
We got Pitt and Syracuse. We got basically in this next to last week at WPIL some playoff games going on. We're glad you're joining us here this evening. Gibbons, quick pass out there to Ashton Wilson. Shake and bake. He was one step away from really breaking that. Credit to defense. It was a linebacker. He saw that play and develop and ran all the way out there to make the stop. So, but not after a 5-yard gain. So you're going to bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Wolverines. Two wideouts to the left this time, one to the right. Back to pass.
There you go.
Pass to Ashton. Turned the head. Tried to run before he caught the ball. Did Ashton on that play. Going to be 4th and 5. I liked how that play developed, and I think a lot of that was developing because the safety for Mohawk was playing off the line so far. So it was a nice opportunity for Gibbons to recognize that and lay that ball out there, knowing you're needing just 5 yards for the first down.
And it's kind of indirectly a bubble screen. When that first wide receiver comes out, the one defender has to follow him, leaves a gap open, but unfortunately drops.
Here's the punt by Gibbons.
Good punt.
Nice punt.
Good roll.
Ball's
Very good
stop
roll.
there at the 32-yard line. So about a 30-yard punt there for Gibbons. As the defense now comes onto the field, it'll be Mohawk Warriors ball. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Next week, we make the voyage to Brentwood, an hour or so away without traffic, knowing we have to go through Pittsburgh to do that, to finish out the Wolverines season.
Yeah, that one for sure is a 6:50 start.
Yes. You might be doing it yourself if you leave before me. All right. In the shotgun. Hand off the number 20 around that left side, making his way up the sidelines. I'm not sure where he actually went out of bounds. It was the far sidelines.
Looks like about the 44, 43?
44.
Somewhere in that range. 43, I believe.
43. It is enough for a first down.
11-yard gain.
And that was number 20 on the carry. Brian Klein once again. So first and is this our first? Yeah, it's our second first down.
Second first down. Yep.
So
technically indirectly the third and with a face mask, but he had the first down anyways.
Him too. The shotgun sends a man in motion, loading up that left side this time. Number 20 picking his way through there, but not after. About a 7-yard gain for Brian Klein once again. They're getting pursuit in the backfield, but credit Klein for kind of dancing back there a little bit to find a seam, a gap, call it what you want.
Yeah.
But he's driving his way forward.
They're bringing old school football back. Wherever that tight end fullback moves, they're falling right behind it.
They're loading up. We've mostly seen the left side here this evening. We have that now. 2 wideouts to the left. One of them is in tight. There's your – we got movement. A little anxious did the player for Mohawk. So that's going to be 5 yards.
And that's
going to bring up second and 7.
Second and down.
2nd and 7.
This puts you in that territory where if you don't get a very good run here, you could be sitting here 3rd and long. The big thing is if I'm the Wolverines defense, wherever that fullback tight end, that number 88 is moving to, you've got to follow him until they counter backwards.
They've not ran away from him, and there's been times that if the quarterback would have kept the ball, he could have ran the other way. He could have gone farther. And needed hydrated by the time he got done running. There we go again. Sends that man in motion to that left side. And he does keep it this time.
Here's that
makes a move, was forward, and he got 8 yards. You know,
we just talked about it.
We are not that smart. We are lucky. I just said that they were setting up that could possibly happen.
Yep.
And that was number 13 on that run. The quarterback tonight, Bowden Leslie, about an 8-yard gain. That's enough for a first down ball. Just we'll call it the 46-yard line in the Wolverine territory. Kind of a bunch formation, sends that man in motion to the left, to the left side, hand off to 20. We've seen this play before.
Look
around
at
that
Rodney
left
Grimes.
Side. Rodney Grimes on the move.
Big boy running.
So not after a pickup of about 5 for number 20 as he cuts his way upfield. And Ashton Wilson was over there, but Tyler Powell was there to put the lick on him on the sidelines after a 4-yard gain. 2nd down and 6.
It was great to see Rodney Grimes running on the backside.
Down that backside.
Love it. Full pursuit. Wow.
I think we have a time.
No, that is not timeout. That is the end of the first quarter.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. We are at the end of the first quarter. I beg your pardon, folks.
Holy smokes.
Rolled right along there, got so into the game. We found ourselves at the end of the first quarter. That's no score here at the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back for the start of the second quarter.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by ElwoodCity.org, the unofficial site for Elwood City News. Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, your hometown store for all your custom apparel needs and printable sportswear for all types of groups. and by WXED 107.3, located in downtown Elwood City, bringing you your rocking needs.
Welcome back, folks, as we start the second quarter. That first quarter was no score, but the offensively was really dominated by the Mohawk Warriors. They had a total of 73 rush yards, none pass, and the Wolverines just had 3 yards in that first quarter. With the ball now is the Warriors from the 46-yard line on this 2nd and 6. There's a handoff to number 20. Stiff arms a man, but gang tackled there, about a 2-yard gain. He made it through that original line of scrimmage, but just a host of Wolverines there, probably 5 jerseys there to bring him down, to hold that to a 2-yard gain. Going to bring up a 3rd and a short 5, long 4. How do you want to call it? But it's once again, we've seen the Warriors so far tonight been able to move the ball, but they've not converted a 3rd down, and they've not converted a 4th down. So the Wolverines bend but don't break.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like that old Steelers defense, bend, don't break.
So in the shotgun is Bowden.
You may see your second pass.
Yes, I believe so. We got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Nope. Handoff there to number 20.
Fill the gaps.
Finds the seam, made his way up through there.
That's going to be a first down.
Nice running there. Give the young man credit. That Brian Klein, once again, the workhorse here for the Warriors. It just looks like on them plays, you know, the linebackers, the safeties from the Wolverines are just not able to get to the ball. And it's not like there's some standing around. There's some watching going on, if we're going to call it what it is. And that heavy pursuit to the ball, we're just not seeing that out of the defense right now. That was enough for a first down. So they convert their first 3rd down of the evening.
Coming back this way.
Come back. Grab
good
there,
tackle.
Number 3.
At least Peyton stopped him a little
Bryan on the shoestring did not give up, holding on to the young man, number 3 that time. And really, when you get to watch that replay, Peyton really laid himself out there to get an arm on him and did not let go. That's not after about a 5-yard gain. So 2nd and 5. The street close tonight is Sam DiCaprio. I see him on the sidelines. Not sure exactly what that injury is, but he is not on there tonight. Levi Smith, our kicker, with some injury issues. Oh, razzle-dazzle there to number 3, plowing his way forward. He's still on his feet. He's at the 5. He's into the end zone for a Mohawk Warrior touchdown, 30-yard run, and he just picked his way through. And I tell you, there's about 4 Wolverines tried to arm tackle him, and that wasn't working once he got that head of steam. Right. 30-yard run for the Warriors, making the score 6-0, 9:45 left to go in this first quarter.
We said that Mohawk did have the bigger size, maybe not speed, not skill, but right there, right up the middle, counter trap, and he broke some tackles.
They're just big bodies in the way.
Right.
Snap is up, kick is down, and that extra point is good. 7-0, the Mohawk Warriors leading the Elwood City Wolverines. We'll take a quick timeout.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by ElwoodCity.org, the unofficial site for Elwood City News. Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, your hometown store for all your custom apparel needs and printable sportswear for all types of groups. And by WXED 107.3, located in downtown Elwood City, bringing you your rocking needs.
Welcome back, folks. After the 68-yard scoring drive by the Warriors, capped off by a 30-yard run by Brian Klein, make the score 7-0. Here's the run up and the kick, high end over and kick, taken there by Gatto at about the 13-yard line, picks his way through, brings the ball, gang tackled there at the 30-yard line. We're going to get some names for you tonight, but kind of fun down here at the other end of the press box. Mr. Keeley, the public address announcer, also the principal at the school, has about 5 kids down there helping him out tonight. So I think we're going to hear some of them voices as the evening goes on. So great. One of the things I just appreciate is getting these young kids involved in one way or the other. There's a couple boys down there, a couple young ladies down there. I'm thinking like 4th, 5th grade. So great to see them tonight.
Got to start them young.
That's right. So Wolverines with the ball, 9:38, 1st and 10. Ball on their 31-yard line. Gibbons, quick pass out there to Ashton Wilson. Makes jukes and jives, taken down there by number 3, Corey Brown. Brought the ball out to about the 39-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 8 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 2. So you like them manageable. You want to get as much as you can on 1st down, but boy, you start getting 6-8 yards. We saw that last week.
Right, and this is twofold. You start passing the ball, what's it going to do? It's going to open up the running lanes.
Yep, exactly. So 2 wide outs to the left, really 3. Handoff there. Tyler Powell driving out, legs forward.
There you go.
Nice initial blocking up front. Pushing his way forward.
Tyler the Wolverines got 3 first down on
yards
the night.
On the play. Their first down of the night. So Cameron Reynolds out there blocking along with Rodney Grimes. We see him on both sides of the ball. Number 50, Andy Vrabel is out there as well on the line. So there's a handoff to Ashton. We got a flag. We got 2 flags. Really nowhere to run for Ashton on that play.
It was very, very late, so I'm wondering if it could possibly be a face mask.
We had an early flag on the other side.
Okay, so it was an early flag on the other side?
Yeah.
Okay,
the guy had to throw it probably 30 yards in the air. He got his money's worth.
You just see yellow flying.
Illegal procedure.
Okay, so illegal procedure.
The Wolverines. It's going to be 5 yards marked off that 1st down. So we're about 1st down and 15.
We want to thank those who are viewing via radio tonight on WXCD 107.3. We've been working on that mid-year. We finally got it to work, and Ricky Venezzi over there just texted me saying we are live. So thank you for listening if you're listening on the road. We hope to build upon this even more next year.
It's going to be great. This is our 3rd year doing the broadcast, and we've enjoyed every minute of it. There's Gibbons, handoff to Tyler Powell. Oh, he just lost his footing. Oh, Tyler had a crease there on that right side, fell forward, maybe got a yard or 2 on the play. Kind of just bottled up that middle, and he found his way to that right side. So ball just shy of the 40-yard line. Wolverines ball in their own territory.
These are huge, crucial downs here. 2nd and 13, you got to cut this in half.
Right.
You never want to say it's 3-down territory just yet.
No, I don't think you quite do that yet.
Ball.
But this is a team that you thought you had that momentum last week. He's back to pass Gibbons.
Mm.
Ball batted down.
Big hands, big boy.
That number 55. I mentioned him earlier, standing at 6'5". Got them big mitts up there. Wow, and that kid can jump too.
Oh my, Josh Kurtz. Whew.
He got up there high and batted that ball down.
Sign him up for basketball.
He might be on there. So does the boys play? Yeah, the boys play. I know the girls side plays Mohawk, and Mohawk usually have a pretty good basketball teams both on the boys and girls side. We have to give that a hard time because Principal Lape's daughter is a really good athlete here in the county, and she plays for Mohawk. So back to passes. Gibbons on his 3rd and 11. Throws the ball down there.
Good.
Oh,
my.
Gosh almighty.
Wow.
Caden Kreiser was open. It would have been enough for a 1st down, but just overthrown I think, you can, yes, just out of the outreached hands of Caden Kreiser on that 3rd and 14. Ball falls incomplete. That's going to bring us a 4th down for the Wolverines. So back to punt is Gibbons. Back to receive, that's number 2 back there, A.J. Karnak.
Yep. And number 3.
And number 3 back there as well. Little high snap again.
Good kick.
Nice
Couple
high
good kicks.
end over and good kick. Taken
Fumble.
in. Fumble on the ball.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Number 88 was there to jump on that ball. Hunter Falk, senior, was back there. The young man didn't call for a fair catch, did he? I didn't see him
did
do
not.
that.
Nope. He was
He
running
had
for that one.
Wolverines all around him. That punt covered. I missed it, Brad.
30. I think 37 yards.
37 yards on that punt. So Warriors ball in their own territory, ball at the 36-yard line, leading the contest 7-0. In the shotgun. Pulling this way this time.
My, 3 players pulled.
Yep, number 3 on the run. He's up to the 50. Tiptoes his way around, stays in bounds, driven down there by Rodney Grimes all the way down to the 47-yard line, but not after about a 17-yard pickup. And that was a well-designed play by Mohawk. They're kind of using that same formation all the time, and now we're starting to see them run different things out of it. All 3, you had a tight end, a fullback that went in motion, and a guard just pulled to that left side and made a driving lane.
To be honest, I think what the problem is with this offensive line right now, we haven't seen these guys this big since like week 0.
Yeah, there's some big guys up there. We've seen big players, but not this big of a line.
Right.
That number 88's load coming
Huge.
in there. Hand off to him this time. Rumbling, bumbling, finds his way forward for about a 10-yard gain. Hunter Falk, big man with a football, over that right side. He kept them legs churning. Young Spatafor, number 27, was in there to help him, aid him to the ground for the tackle, but not after. What was that, a 12-yard gain?
Yep,
so
pretty darn close. Man, huge players.
We're a little bit. I'm a little bit surprised how Mohawk is here moving the ball, and
right now, size is beating speed, skills, the whole works. Size just right up the middle.
Shotgun. Keeper this time by number 13 finds his way forward.
That was a good tackle.
That was a good tackle there.
Number 74 again.
Rodney Grimes, he's really stepping in to be a great player on this defense. Junior Rodney Grimes. Ball resting on the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 3 on that play. So Mohawk Warriors leading the contest 7-0.
Fast-moving first half.
Yes, it is.
We had penalties to start off, but man.
Yep, and we kept it rolling. No incomplete passes because not many people's passing.
That's true.
So there's
number 3.
Number 3 weaves his way through once again, falling his way forward, enough for the first down. We'll see where they spot the ball. It looks like it's going to be right at that 20-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play. Another Mohawk first down. That momentum that we saw in the second half of last week's game against Riverside.
You'd think that would
just not
carry
over. I mean,
yeah.
You watched some of that game last week. The line was fired up. They were making tackles. They were not that high-fiving and doing all that stuff, but you saw that confidence.
They were making plays.
Shotgun handoff there to 26 this time. Got a flag on the play. I think we got a hold. I think this is going to come back.
Yeah.
That was a 1st and 10 run. And made some yardage on the play. It's a spot foul. The ball's right there on the 20-yard line.
Okay, so it's a block in the back. I wondered.
Okay.
There was a Wolverine
the
defender that fell to the ground, and either that had to be, a hold that would pull you down, but that one there definitely was a push in the back. Yep.
So the ball goes all the way back to the 30-yard line. Going to bring up a 1st and 19. And we see this We see this with the Wolverines. We see it with other offenses that, let's be honest, are struggling. Boy, them 10-yard penalties just really make things that much harder for the teams to keep the momentum of the drive going. In the shotgun is Bowden. There's a handoff up the middle, driving his way forward.
I believe that was number 26.
Yep, 26 was there. Cameron Reynolds in there at the bottom of the pile getting up. Vincent Argiro, Argiro on the stop. Pickup of just 5 on the play. Going to bring up a second down and 15. I think we'll kind of see what they're doing here if we're going to determine if this is 4-down territory just yet or not.
Definitely got to limit the damage
Send a big
here.
fella number 88 in motion. You got 3 tight there on that right side.
Hand off to 3 this way.
Hand off to 3 going up this way. Driving his way forward. Gang tackled there. Good pursuit by the Wolverines that time. We've seen them in that formation where you have that bunch tight to the right, tight end, fullback, and guard. And they're just blocking people out of that different ways each time. Pick up.
Looks like 4, I believe,
on the play. Give a long 4 on that play. So 3rd and 10, ball resting right at the 20-yard line.
Got a score update. 0-0, Penguins and Dallas Stars after 1 period.
There we go. In a shotgun. Everything's been in a shotgun for the Warriors tonight. And off to number 26. Falls his way forward. Did Vincent Argiro. And he's going to be stopped at the 15-yard line. Going to bring up a 4th and 6. I think we see some kickers coming on the field, different personnel.
Surprised me. Yeah, number 22 is coming out, so it looks like they're going to go for the field goal attempt here.
I believe so.
Wow.
This is going to be the about a 34-yard field goal, the way I line it up. The kick is up long enough, high enough.
That is good.
It is good. Whew. The 34-yard field goal by number 2, Dylan Lloyd, brings the score 10-0, which is 2:42 left to go here in this first half.
We said coming in this game he made 3 field goals. I think his longest was like 35, 36 yards a couple weeks ago, so we knew that he can kick.
It was, and they had a game here earlier this year where I think he made one toward the end to make it tight, and then forget who they were playing.
Yeah, so a 33-yard field goal was good.
So, and it would have been good from 43.
Yep.
Quite honestly. So 2:42 at halftime. We're going to let you enjoy the Mohawk Warrior Band along with the Wolverine Band, Elwood City, pride of Elwood City.
And we'll keep you definitely updated. There are some big 2A Midwestern Conference games out there that we'll talk about. And not only that, but we'll also bring some insight on the other 2A conferences as well.
So back to receive is Zach Gatto and Ashton Wilson. Ball on the spot to kick. High end over end kick. Taken there by Ashton at about the 7-yard line. Starting pretty deep. He got a hole there. He's at the 30, 35. Fumble on the play. Who's on it?
I think he was down, but if not, I think Spatafor came in and picked it up.
Okay.
So I think we're okay.
We're okay. Ball on a 35-yard, about a 32-yard run back there for Ashton. He had a bit of a hole there. It closed quickly. He made the most of it. So ball on a 35-yard line. Wolverines 2:34 left to go.
And that was a good return. 28 yards.
Return. And yeah, I tell you, watching the replay here, I wouldn't say he was down.
Okay, you don't think so?
We'll just be glad that Spatafora was trailing on the play to jump on that ball.
Yeah, no matter what in high school, you teach them. There's the whistle.
Play to the whistle blows. So Gibbons handoff there to Powell.
Here we go.
Made his way through, spinning and diving his way
yards.
forward. Still driving them legs forward. Pickup of about all the way out to the 44-yard line. Pickup of 9 on that play for Tyler Powell. 2:20 left to go here, and the Wolverines have all 3 timeouts remaining. Something to keep an eye on.
Another score update. It is 3-3 between Syracuse and Pitt.
Pitt should be crushing in that game.
Yeah.
They really should.
It's up in the whatever dome, Astrodome, whatever the heck it is up there. They're playing a tough crowd there.
Yeah. I formation, got Storm behind him. Handoff there
Get
to
the first
Storm.
down.
Going to get enough for the first down. Really gang tackled there. Wow, they took a long time to blow that whistle.
Jeez.
Not 10 seconds ago I said play to the whistle.
20-some
blows, and
second
that time-
3-yard play.
So
We did get the first down.
yeah,
That's huge.
did get a
Keep
first
the ball
down.
moving.
That was the second first down of the evening. Kind of just wondered if, we're not going to try to stretch that ball down the field. You got a $1:39 left to go here. Ball on the 47-yard line. 2 wide outs to the left this time. I formation. Hand off to Tyler Powell. Looking for, he had a hole, but it closed quickly. Pick up of about 3 on the play. Going to be a 2nd down and 7 for the Wolverines now. I think for the first time tonight in Warrior territory on their 47-yard line. We don't talk about the coaches enough. Of course, head coach Lou Nacera. Along with him is Jeff Fodia, Javon Moody, Mr. Tom Heckendorn, Dave Gayhart, Marshall McCormick, Joe Lamenza, Bryce Whittingham. There's a hand
Here we
up
go.
there.
Come
nice
on.
tackle there.
Number
but after
2.
about a 9-yard gain. But A.J. Carknuckle, that's going to be enough
first
for first down.
Now you
50
start. You got
seconds left, and you know
3
you have them
timeouts.
3 timeouts.
You start
to go.
utilizing them.
So I think we're in a situation now. We got to get in that huddle and get a play called.
Right. I wouldn't doubt whatever. If this is a completed pass or a rushing game,
I think we'll see
timeout's
that.
coming.
We'll see that. So I formation once again. Quick
I like
handoff
this.
there to Storm. No, that was Tyler Powell. I'm
Tyler
sorry.
Powell. Now you call your timeout, and
Yep,
that's exactly
what
what happened.
So about a 4-yard gain there for Tyler Powell on that run. Getting up from the bottom of the Powell was number 11, Ethan Fritzley. We talk about Elwood being a young team. We can see that Warriors are a pretty young team too. We got a lot of starters out there that are juniors and sophomores. Of course, this winter, everything will be realigned again. So we can't say as we'll be here next year.
Right, and I will talk a little bit about that at halftime. There's some big news out there. It may not happen this year, but they are talking about reclassifying, as in having 6 classes, having 6A actually play with 5A football during the regular season, and then sending 6 teams to championship games. They're also talking about crisscrossing conferences. You may have a conference by location, meaning if a team is single A, if it's triple A, they could be in like a Lawrence County conference. Like, for example, Laurel could be single A next year possibly. They could be playing against us as a 2A team. It is possible and count as a conference game. We'll talk about more of that at halftime.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, it is.
So keep the crosstown rivalries. That's all I care about at this stage. Back to Pass Gibbons. Got some time.
Here we
Finds
go.
Ashton Wilson there.
Use
He's
it
at
out
the
of bounds.
30,
Use it out of
the
bounds.
25.
There you go. Good play out of bounds.
Went out of bounds all the way down to the 15-yard line. Pick up of 24 on that crossing pattern there
Good
by
play.
Ashton Wilson. We saw that last week work effectively, and it did here again tonight. And that play took a while to develop, and Gibbons had time to let it develop.
Right. And even though you had 29 seconds left,
You got
even
2
though it took
timeouts.
8, you still got 2 timeouts.
Timeouts, the ball
Very good play.
just out of the 15-yard line. Be really great if the Wolverines could get a score here. 2 wideouts left to the right. Back is Gibbons. He has time this time.
There you go. There it is.
There's a catch and touchdown, Elwood City. Oh,
no
incomplete.
way.
He dropped
No
it coming
way.
down.
Oh, put a second back up there at least. Come on.
Caden Kreiser.
No way.
Caden Kreiser. I got to see the replay of this because he went up to get the ball.
That's what I'm thinking too. If he controls it long enough, that should be a dead play.
I'm watching it here.
Wow. I don't know about that one.
Yes, I don't know if I like that call.
Wow. So they're
Because
going to
but I'm not sure if he had both them feet set, to come down. But in high school ball, you're dealing with 1 foot.
Right.
It came down. It was not an out of bounds play by any stretch. He got the ball.
Right.
He was hit upon receiving the ball.
definitely don't like that call.
What I don't like is when I saw the replay, there was no official on that side to see him catch the ball. And his back was to the side judge that we have over here. And
we don't want to play judgmental, but at the same time, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
You just wanted to see that happen.
And I tell you
that
what, we saw
touchdown.
that play
And
developed.
we
It
just
looked good.
We just got 11 seconds left to go here.
The-
2nd and 10, kind of irrelevant at this point.
And the Wolverines did use their second timeout, so they only have one
Right,
more timeout.
right.
But, hey,
And
this is 2 or 3 plays for sure.
Yeah. I think in Coach Lemendez's mind, the incomplete pass did stop the ball. But, hey, let's reset. We only
Right.
got 11 seconds. We're on the doorstep to scoring at the 15-yard line. Let's see if we can get something into the end zone.
Right. What do we got here? Looks like, 3 wideouts?
Yep. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Gibbons in a shotgun. Tyler Powell beside him, sending Ashton in motion to the left
Look
side.
at that backside.
Looking over there.
There he is.
There he is.
Up and over.
A beautiful play.
Come on, baby. One
Gibbons,
tackle.
One
Got
makes
the first down.
man
Touchdown.
miss. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. No flags on the play.
Oh,
That
they're
was-
going to say he's out of bounds. Are they going to say he's out of bounds? We saw some hands waving. I didn't see touchdown. This may be marked out of bounds. There is
Yes,
a flag,
they did.
I think, over there, too. There may be a flag.
I will freak out if there's a flag.
I think there is a flag down. I don't know if it was
No.
just coincidental
They
or
call him
not.
out of bounds.
Last week's touchdown was a touchdown. That holding was BS.
So we're waiting to see. Did they? No. It's he apparently.
Get out of here.
Again?
Was that holding?
They're starting blocking the back downfield. That took so long for the play to develop. It takes forever for a block in the back to occur.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. 1 second left.
That
to
is
go.
absurd.
We're at second down. We got to see that replay.
That's absurd.
As I
And now
loved-
we're going
I-
to use. Oh,
I loved how that play developed because we saw Ashton going across in motion, and he just kind of settled there. He did, you thought the play was going another way, and he looped out around there. Big number 88 was there. Ball was laid beautifully
this is.
by Gibbons over top. I don't understand.
And then on top of that, there's only 1 second left.
Yep.
Elwood just had to use their last timeout. So basically,
Yeah,
this
they
play,
never reset.
is going to
Yep.
the end zone
Yep.
with Levi, unfortunately, injured. Your kicker right now would be either Gibbons or Magnifico. No doubt you're going to end zone here. I mean, it's 10-0. It's not like it's out of hand. You definitely go to the end zone here.
Right.
Wow. Man.
1 second
lost
left
for
to go
words.
here in this, and I missed it and the thing was at first I thought the one, and it could have been one of the players, motion touchdown, and then we saw that he apparently had gone out of, I don't know, maybe it was in the end zone, but the holding call, the block in the black was a spot. I don't know. So on the left hash mark, 1 second left to go. Gibbons. Now I think Mohawk's going to want to talk about this. Yep, Mohawk calls a timeout. So, some drama going on here. For the first time tonight, the Wolverines driving the ball down the field. This ball started at the 35, 36-yard line.
Right.
So a nice drive for the Wolverines. Coming in. Tonight. Once again, at halftime, you'll be able to watch the Mohawk Warrior Band and the Pride of Elwood City, the Lincoln High School Blue Band.
Man, I'm still fired up about that. And like the Wolverines coaches up here said, that's technically 2 touchdowns now taken off the board.
Right.
I still don't know about the first one. You could say that he caught it, and if he fumbles it, not necessarily fumbles it, but doesn't hold on to it, it could be called incomplete. That one there, we'll have to look at the replay later on tonight. I have no clue if that was blocking the back at all. So it looks like they're set up on the left hash.
Yep, left hash. Gibbons under center. Back to pass. Looking down there like a fade type of thing. Oh, he missed it. Peyton O'Brien was single coverage out there, and the ball just fell through his hands. Ball falls incomplete.
Wow.
Wait a second. Oh, okay.
I think they're just waiting
just
for the
waiting. I
players to
understand
go
it.
through.
Okay, after 2 quarters of play, it's the Mohawk Warriors 10, our Elwood City Wolverines 0. Enjoy the halftime show. We'll be right back after the conclusion of the Lincoln High School Blue Band.
tradition this year's halftime program Morpheus, featuring the incredible music of Imagine Dragons, equipped with an 8 top 25 favorite including 5 number ones on the U.S. rock chart. Leading off our Morpheus on the field tonight, we'll begin the kickoff hit, I Got My Life, featuring Triple Soul by AJ Neal. The band will then transform in 2017 Thunder, next their first number one on the roster, Radioactive. Then Believer will complete our transformation. Drum majors Brian Mohawk and William McGregor, with your band ready. Sit back and enjoy.
Oh, really?
You.
That's good.
Because you only get like the second half at first. You have to wait
Yeah.
a while for the
It's
first
how
half.
they go.
Yeah. So,
We're getting about 750.
yeah. Is that
Which is-
there's different people, or is that
They're different
the
people.
200 that Randy?
No, that's different. That's different. That's different. That's different people. That's different people. So, we have extra.
It'd be better.
Yeah, we'll get it on.
Yeah, right.
Sarah Campbell.
I know, I so don't. I gotta find
It's something different. It's something different.
And they're little.
Imagine.
All right, folks, welcome back to our halftime festivities. The Wolverines are unfortunately down 10-0 to the Mohawk Warriors. You can see on your scoreboard right there. Great halftime shows. I tell you what, we have been blessed enough all year long to have some good Lawrence County bands, not only our own Wolverines, Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band, but I tell you what, whew, that Warriors band looked good tonight as well.
They were good.
Very good. So we're going to get right into the halftime stuff. Looking at the halftime stats-wise, or check that, the halftime leaders. Halftime leaders is on your screen right now for the Wolverines. Ryan Gibbons, he was 3 for 8 for 33 yards passing. Rushing-wise, the big one was for Mohawk. Corey Brown, 6 carries, 78 yards, and that 31-yard touchdown rush in the first half, the only scoring touchdown so far. Receiving-wise, Ashton Wilson, all 3 receptions thrown by Ryan Gibbons tonight, 3 for 33 yards. And then on defense, Ashton Wilson's leading the way for the Wolverines with 5 tackles. On top of that, on your screen now is the halftime team stats. Total yards, Mohawk leading the way in that one, 173 to 66. This is kind of a crazy stat line. Rushing yards, 173. So all 173 yards for the Mohawk Warriors on the ground. For the Wolverines, it's split. 33 yards passing, 33 yards rushing. You can't make these stats up. First downs, 10 for Mohawk, 4 for the Wolverines. No turnovers, a bunch of penalties in that first quarter, kind of cooled down a little bit. 5 for 30 versus 4 for 25. The last stat, we have not talked about time of possession all year long. All of a sudden, right now, after the first half, the Wolverines have had the ball for only 5 minutes and 24 seconds compared to 16 minutes for the Mohawk Warriors. So 2 things were in play for the Warriors: time of possession and run the ball. So 173 yards to 66. There's your halftime stats. We've been talking about it, and we're going to put it up on the screen right now. Out-of-town scores. Laurel Highlands and Newcastle's tied at halftime, 14-14. Wilmington looking like they're going to run the table here, possibly go undefeated. They're up on Hickory 17-0. Avonworth is shutting out McGuffey. That's one of the big games of the week in 2A. Both teams 8-0. Avonworth is in up big on McGuffey, 27-6. Beaver Falls is up on Blackhawk, 12-7. We're going to bypass the next 2 scores real quick. Sayre Catholic is up on Seton LaSalle, 21-6. Burgettstown, another big team, up 13-7 on Brentwood. Here you go. Here's the 2A Midwestern Conference. 2 games tonight with the other 2 teams out of conference. Neshannock is up on Western Beaver, 14-0. So it kind of looks like this is going to come down to that last week, depending on who's going to win the conference outright or maybe they tie. With this win, if I'm correct, my math, Neshannock will have clinched. They will be now, I think officially 5-1 in conference play.
Yes, it would be.
And that would be clinched. And then the other score. Both these teams know what they have to do. Shenango win and they're in. New Brighton has to win out and get some help. It is 21-21
That's
at
got to be a pretty
halftime.
exciting game down
Whew.
there.
Big one.
Is that's at Shenango too tonight?
That is at Shenango.
So,
Yep.
so that's,
what a game so far for that one. A couple other things. We want to talk about this just a little bit before we head into the second half here. Realignment for next year. We kind of hinted at it right before halftime. They're going to a whole different world, shall we say, possibly in the next couple of years. WPIL released information about their most recent coaches sit-down, and if you want to read the entire article, it's on Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. It was posted by Mike White, who covers all of Whitfield, and not only that, but he covers all of the state of Pennsylvania for high school football. Does a really good job, not only for football, but basketball and baseball, so he does the whole works. They are looking at doing a couple things, 3 things specifically. They're looking at technically having 6 classifications next year, but during the regular season in Whitfields, only having 5. They're talking about 6A technically officially being part of 5A conferences, so you would technically have 3 conferences at 5A level. But then when they go and send the teams to playoffs, they would technically send 6 total. So, and that's kind of point number 3. Point number 2 is they're looking at potentially doing location. Tora, shall we say. They're looking at doing by Lawrence County, or I shouldn't say Lawrence County, by county lines-wise for conferences. So if Laurel, say, by chance, there's a good chance Laurel will be 2A next year, which we would probably stay 2A as well and possibly play that. But if Laurel would randomly be 1A, what they're looking at doing is doing a Lawrence County playoffs or divisions, where even though they're 1A, we're 2A, we would actually play each other. If Laurel would win out, they wouldn't go as a 2A team, they would go as a 1A team. And if Elwood maybe wins out or does something, they would go technically as a 2A. So some crazy stuff going on there. Finally, the third point, which I don't see this happening anytime soon, they're talking about getting rid of win-loss record stuff for playoffs. They're talking about making a strength of schedule, wins and losses, out-of-conference wins and losses. Yes, you guessed it. They're talking about like a BCS playoff system, point system. Other states do it. It's doable.
Wow.
I don't know about it, but there you go. If you want to read more information.
It might be doable, but if you think
Yeah.
you'll see opinions and stuff now on social media, that would blow that up.
Again, and I don't want to blow it out of proportion, but it's coming possibly.
Well, in a way, though, you can almost we got kickoff. I'll stop right there. Okay, Elwood City, last 2 weeks, scored on the first drive of the third quarter. Ball end-over-end kick taken there by Wilson at the 9-yard line. Them long strides. He's got a hole. He's at the 35, the 40, bowls a man over all the way out to the 43-yard line. That's about a 35-yard run back for Ashton Wilson. And I'll tell you what, they're doing something right on that kickoff return because he's not getting touched. He's running 30 yards before he gets touched. So credit Jeff Fodia and the special teams unit out there. 1st and 10, Wolverines. Great field position here at the 43-yard line. I think you have to shake off that last drive. It just didn't go your way. Handoff there to Tyler Powell. Follows his way forward up to about the 48-yard line. Going to give him about 5 yards on that play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 5. So the Wolverines, you had them halftime stats, and we kind of thought that Mohawk would be run, and they are all their yards coming via the ground, and unfortunately 173 of them. There's Gibbons. Handoff there. Trying to push his way forward was Tyler Powell. Going to give him about 3, maybe give him 4. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. So big 3rd down play here. We didn't have 3rd down conversions in that.
Correct.
But Elwood City, I don't think, had any. And the Warriors are about 2 for 4, I believe. 2 for 4, 3 for 6, about 50% to this point. Okay, 3rd and 2, wide out to the left, one to the right. I formation behind Gibbons under center. Tried to hard count there. Quick handoff there.
Love it.
Yes, love that play. Storm Chambers, our senior tonight, one of our 3 seniors on the football team, rolls over right over left guard, rolling that way forward. Needed 2, got 4. That's an Elwood City 1st down. So Wolverines kind of getting in that huddle quick, getting back to that line of scrimmage fast. We've seen so far. Gibbons, handoff to Powell. Hit there pretty quickly. Number 61 was in there, kind of on top of the Powell. Charlie Schillingberg. Pick up of 3 on the play. Ball just, but it's about the 41-yard line here in Mohawk Warrior territory. So on this 2nd and 7, Gibbons the pitch out there to Tyler Powell up that right sidelines. Nice tackle there, throwing him out of bounds by was number 11, Ethan Fritzley. Tyler kind of tiptoed his way up there. And say on that play, Cameron Reynolds was coming out and just slipped. I was down at halftime. There's almost like a heavy dew setting in. Just something to keep in mind as we see that field. You know, you just kind of, not rain by any stretch.
It makes footing,
but it just makes that footing a little bit. And we've seen a few slipping here and there as the games progressed. Credit to staff here at the stadium. This field's pretty good shape.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
What a play. Keep
Up
going. Keep turning.
By,
Number 44, Storm Chambers.
He gets another 1st down.
And
all
he carried.
the way down. He carried about three guys with him, did Storm.
It's a good 11-yard gain.
Yeah, 11 yards.
Nice.
All the way down to the 25. And this is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see the Wolverines come out and just kind of take control of this half right from the start.
And we said one of the biggest stat lines of the first half was time of possession.
Yes.
Only 5 minutes.
This
is huge.
That blew my mind when I
Right.
actually saw it sitting there.
And most of those 5 minutes came at the end.
Right. There's a handoff.
That's Zach Gatto, I believe.
Zach Gatto, yes. Weaving his way forwards, young Zach Gatto. Pickup of 2 on the play. We have a 2nd down and 8. Maybe mixing it up a little bit. Then Zach carry, giving Tyler. We've seen Storm run the ball 2 times on this drive.
Right. When you run the ball, you want to rotate running backs, but more importantly, keep them on their feet.
I think, just it keeps them a little bit more on their toes. There's Gibbons, handoff to Powell. We got a flag.
No.
Doggone it. He gets down to the 16-yard line, but we got a flag on
Let's see
the
what
play.
we got here. Oh, I think they're going to call hold on Reynolds because he actually turned around, but he didn't have anybody.
Really?
He did not have anybody. The player was being blocked by another guy, and he spun around. From here, it kind of looked like he got turned.
Okay.
But wow.
Wow, that 10-yard mark off, a spot foul. Ball all the way back to the 30-yard line. They need to get to about the 16. So this is going to bring up a 2nd down and 15. I guess they're calling it the 15-yard line. So 2nd and 15. Under center, I formation, 2 to the left. Handoff, Tyler Powell. Oh, man, he got hit hard. Number 4 came in with authority, Austin McBride. And Tyler had a head of steam, but he met him there. So number 4, along with number big 51, Ethan McCandless, was there to meet him, really gain a 2 on the play. And Tyler had a head of steam.
He did. You can hear that one up here in the booth.
Yes, you could.
2 down territory for sure here.
Back to pass Gibbons. He was held.
Perfect.
Okay, good.
They called it.
All right.
Calm down over there. Calm down over there.
Well, there's been some
Yes, there have been some questionable calls here and there.
Just so we're clear, I wanted to. I don't think those guys are. The officials have earbuds in, listening to the game, and I want to be sure you heard me from up here. Okay, because honest to God, Ray Charles could have saw that one.
Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. The ball was in the air. It shouldn't be hold. It should be technically pass interference. It should be a 15, but nonetheless, they're going to say holding, 10-yard gain, and because of that, it's setting up
No, I think
third?
Don't you have an automatic first down with that, Brad?
I don't think so. No, you should, right?
I guess not, because the 3rd down stick's still out there.
Yeah, because it's holding. If it was pass interference, it would have been an automatic first down.
I got your point.
Yep.
Okay.
So 3rd and 3-ish.
3rd and 3. Big play here. I formation. Storm. Oh.
Perfect.
Yep.
Like it.
Yep, Storm. We're seeing that.
It looks like he is on the line. We'll put it this way. It's the 25, so that would make it the 15. They're coming in, walking in on the 15. So to me,
they gave it to him. He marked it first down, baby.
There you go.
Storm Chambers asking you shall receive. We need 3 yards. Storm, go get it, and he did.
Perfect.
Okay, 1st and 10 now. Ball on the 15-yard line.
Pitt is now up 17-6. 4:53 left in the first half. And the Penguins, unfortunately, are down 1-0 right now. Quick snap by the Wolverines here.
Yep.
Quick to the line.
Gibbons, handoff, Powell on that left side.
Okay.
Gets his way down there, down to the 5-yard line.
Tripped up by the shoe.
Yeah. And Tyler Powell, we said this a couple times this season. He shows us that burst.
Yes.
Right. His there's no what do I say? Stepping that back foot in the bucket. He's off and running.
Right.
So 2nd and 1.
I can see maybe
Under
a play
center.
action play. Nope. Hand off to Storm right up the middle.
Chambers, drive it, baby. Get it in there.
There you go. That should be a touchdown. There it is. They didn't even blow the whistle. That's got it.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
No, they didn't call a touchdown. Here we go again.
What the heck is going on?
Moogly.
You don't blow the whistle. It should be a touchdown. They throw the flag. So what is going on in this game? Some questionable calls. And right now, Storm doesn't have even the ball. Right now it's in number 50's hands. So what is going on here?
Yes. There was
a flag on the play.
A mass of people going in there. They're coming over to what is that?
I have no freaking clue.
Listen to see what Keeley says. He's smart. It was a dead ball foul.
What is going on? And now Coach Lemens is coming over and talking. It looks like a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. I have no clue what they call this.
So it's 2nd down and 1.
Okay, so
it was not a touchdown. They stopped him short.
Right, and it's not holding because that would have been a 10-yard lot. I'm so confused.
Right.
Or maybe that is what they called.
There it is. No dispute this time.
Yeah, no dispute
Tyler
on that
Powell
one.
into the end zone for the 5-yard touchdown run for Tyler Powell. Great. 65-yard drive or 55-yard drive there for the Wolverines. Questionable call there at the end, but it's irrelevant as we sit here now as Tyler Powell finds his way into the end zone.
And it looks like Magnifico is going to hold. It is going to be, I believe, Ryan Gibbons.
Ryan Gibbons in there to kick. We see him do the kickoff duties.
Yep. A little different style, straight back.
Oh.
Oh, that is good.
It's good. It's good. We got ourselves a ball game. 6:14 left to go here in the third quarter. Elwood City scoring. It's 10-7. We'll be right back.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by ElwoodCity.org, the unofficial site for Elwood City News. Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, your hometown store for all your custom apparel needs and printable sportswear for all types of groups. And by WXED 107.3, located in downtown Elwood City, bringing you your rocking needs.
Okay, welcome back, folks, after that drive for the Wolverines. 60 couple yards. They're going to kick off here.
Yeah, about a 56 or something like that because that big return. Once
Big
again,
return.
third
Setting
quarter.
up. Third quarter starting out. There we go. Got a little better kick this time. Taking it to 25.
I believe by number 2.
Number 2 rolling that way forward.
Assisting the runner. He's assisting the runner.
They just will not blow the whistle.
Oh, that's it. They'll throw another flag.
I think Lamenza, rightfully so, was out there telling them to stop the whistle.
And now I have a feeling because the flag's on this side, probably because he was out there, they're going to say
The official was
something.
right there.
Jesus.
What?
Nah, that's ridiculous. This is definitely.
So anyway, the ball is placed.
Should be at the 47.
47.
And then it's going to be a 15 or 10-yard penalty on top. Jesus.
Or it was that a sideline warning?
It may have been a sideline
warning. I think we got a warning.
Probably.
And how. Yeah, give Lamenza a warning. But, I mean, that was out of control. Here, in the shotgun. Fumble on the play! Get on that ball, guys! Oh, another flag. Another flag. Good grief. I think the Warriors recovered.
Yeah, I believe the Warriors did recover.
I mean, and the play was dead, and the flag came out.
If the ball is out and with a flag being thrown, it's usually against the defense. So, no doubt this one's going against.
He's coming in here.
Oh, Jesus.
As we talk right
there you go.
Personal
foul against the Wolverines.
That's the Wolverines. Ball at the 44-yard line, going to add on 15
And that's
more.
a first down.
And that automatic first down. You know, you got to let them play. Now, in the press box, you can't hear it.
We can't judge what's being said, what's being down there. We only have video replay, video review, but
in one time. That's the other thing we need to clarify on that. So anyway, 1st and 10, ball in Elwood territory at the 40-yard line. Little high snap, handoff there to Big 80. Get him down! Get him down! Gang tackled. So, number 10, was that Storm Chambers in there?
That was Storm Chambers.
Just wrapping the big fella up and taking him back. So, wow, they gave him a generous spot on that, Brad. I mean, that's about where Storm hit him behind that.
I don't know.
Okay, 45-yard line. First and 14. Oh, wow.
Oof.
We're trying to keep up here, folks. So, they're going to have to burn it. They got 5 seconds on the play clock coming in the huddle. They called
There's a
timeout.
timeout.
They called timeout, did the Mohawk Warriors. So they're first of the half, 2 remaining. We'll be right back after this short timeout. Okay, folks, welcome back. First and it's got to be second down. How can it be first?
Yeah, it should be second and 14.
Second and 14 in a shotgun.
Hand off the
On the
20.
right side.
Good
20.
tackle.
No, good tackle.
Zach Gatto.
Zach Gatto in there, coming down the shoestrings. Tyler Powell there to help clean it up at the end. They're just a little more pursuit, a little more hunger here on this defense on this first drive of the Warriors in the second half. Been very, very aided by the penalties. Did the Mohawk Warriors? So we got a 3rd and 13. We got 3 to the left, 1 to the right. He's back to pass. He's got room to run. Rolls his way up there. Runs it down to the 35-yard line. Hit there. There's our main man, Rodney Grimes, not giving up on a play, not giving room to come back. Rodney Grimes was in there along with 57 senior Noah Bunny. So 4th and 5.
You're 0-8. You're up only 10-7.
Yeah.
It's at the 35-yard line. It's not like it's a big deal.
Line.
You go for it.
Yeah, I think you do go for it. If the score was still 10-0, I would think a little differently.
Right.
But
Agreed.
now you're up by 3, and they can get 5 yards. 2 to the right. They got kind of the line spread out this play. All 3 to the right this time. Hand off there, coming back this way. Number 3. Doggone it, he got the first down. All the way down to the 24-yard line. He needed 5. Got darn near 11. Oh, the running there was that number 3. Who was that?
Number 3.
Number 3, Corey Brown. Seeing him run a little bit more on this drive. Big 3rd down conversion there for the Mohawk Warriors. Kind of that misdirection again. I mean, their formations are not that different. I mean,
No.
but they're running a lot of different plays out of them. Would you
Right.
agree, Brad?
They're moving fullback, running back, tight end.
Yes.
Left and
right. I basically got 2 tight ends set.
Yep.
A lot of the game, and the fullback goes and joins them. This time on the left side. Number 3 around that right side. He's
Oh,
got
that should
room
have been
to
a
run.
hold.
How's that not a hold?
Wow. How do you not call that? That was.
Anyway, picked up about 8 on the play. Did Corey Brown again. So, gonna.
Gain, I think, of 6 or 7.
Not as far as I originally had first thought.
Right. I think it was a gain of 6 from the looks of it from here.
So we got a 2nd down and 4. The Warriors driving. 2:14 left to go. Even with all the penalties, this quarter is going by pretty fast. Shotgun again is Bowden Leslie. Hand off the first man through, number 21, picking and weaving his way through. He's going to have a first down all the way down to the 10-yard line. That was number 21 on the carry. Maybe 20, Brian Klein, I'm sorry.
Yeah, number
Brian
20.
Klein, Noah Bunny in on the tackle. So 1st and 10, right on the 10-yard line. So it's 1st and goal. Benjamin Bobbert checking in right now. Big body there in the middle. One wide out, short field on the left. Settles in there as running back. There it is.
Number 20 again.
Number 20. Man, he looked like he was down about the 11-yard line.
Replay.
The guy was down. He was on a knee and he got up and scored
falls his way forward, did number 20, Brian Klein. Pick up of about 3 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. Just some real questionable calls here.
Yeah. Some of these calls, oof. I tell you what, being an official is not a forgiving
No,
job.
it's
though.
not. No, it's not. We appreciate, but we just want him to get it right. In the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. There's that pitch around to number 3. Meets resistance there after a couple yard gain. Good stay-home defense there for the right side of the Wolverines. They will plug up that hole. Not sure who's going to get up from the bottom of the pile to give credit for that tackle. I think number 53, Cameron Reynolds, is out there.
So number 10, Carter Lutz, took the tackle.
Okay.
So it's
Carter
3rd and 5.
3rd and goal from the 5.
Yeah. And if I'm Mohawk, you have just
Yeah.
enough second here. To me, you run this clock down, you head to the 4th quarter.
Yep, we got a 1-second differential. So we're going to let this go into the 4th quarter. So at the end of the 4th quarter, or at the end of the 3rd quarter,
Yep.
it is the Mohawk Warriors 10 and the Elwood City Wolverines 7. A good quarter play there for the Wolverines. We'll be right back.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by ElwoodCity.org, the unofficial site for Elwood City News. Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, your hometown store for all your custom apparel needs and printable sportswear for all types of groups. And by WXED 107.3, located in downtown Elwood City, bringing you your rocking needs.
Welcome back, folks, as we start this 4th quarter. Good half for Wolverines there. They have 54 yards of offense in that half, total of 66 for the game. Mohawk had 208 yards total, but just 35 in that 3rd quarter. Penalties, 6 for 40 for Mohawk, 6 for 50 for the Wolverines. Big 3rd and goal here from the 5. No, that's messed up snap. Great.
That is our ball.
That is our ball. That was fumbled. A high snap. And there you go. Benjamin
Keep going. Tell them to keep running.
Wow. Okay, so there was a fumble. They're saying Storm Chambers recovered it. Was because when he recovered it, he was down apparently on a knee. He was running across the field.
He was. He was. You take the senior night in all the way.
What a huge play.
That's, a huge turnover there by the Wolverines defense. It was a high snap, and I think it was number 72, Benjamin Bobbert, was right there to disrupt any chance of the quarterback for the Warriors to get the ball. And was that Storm that recovered it?
That was Storm that
Storm
recovered it.
Chambers that recovered. Okay, Wolverines down by 3. Got a full quarter here to play of this 4th quarter. I formation. Gibbons. Hand off to Tyler Powell. Gets it out to about the 10-yard line. So next week we will be in Brentwood, and I wanted to make a quick announcement. The Elwood City Football Boosters are planning on taking a coach bus down there. If you'd like to get on that bus to ride down and support the Wolverines, get in touch with Sam Teolis. Sam, president of the Boosters, does a fantastic job, and they're working to get that bus filled up. 2nd and 9. Just got him 1 yard on that play for Tyler Powell. Gibbons hand off to Tyler Powell again. Hits that line, but, man, there's just no holes there for Tyler right now. Forward progress is going to get him to about the 12-yard line. Also wanted to mention, every Thursday night, the football boosters have dinner for the players, and they have people from the community, some parents or what have you, make the dinner. And last night, was Kim Mance Gibbons, along with Mary DiCaprio, owns Blockers Jewelers over there. I'm sure it was a great meal. I know both them ladies, and I'm sure the players absolutely enjoyed it. So 3rd and 7. Gibbons in a shotgun. He's back to pass. Got a little bit of time. He rolls out to the right, looking downfield. Got Ashton Wilson at the 20, 25, 30, 35-yard line. Pushed out of bounds to the 38. Ashton Wilson. That's a first down catch for your Elwood City Wolverines. Wow, we've just seen Ashton. And I tell you what, you need to go back and watch what does he do in the meantime, because he just kind of lets everybody clear out. And then Ashton comes across the middle of the field, and there's a ball, and nice pass by Gibbons, hit him in stride, and he was off to the races.
And I tell you what, that's 4 completions so far on the night, all to Ashton Wilson.
Yep.
So that's your go-to guy.
So 1st and 10, ball on a 34-yard line. Gibbons hand off to Powell, rolls his way forward.
Still going.
Okay,
stacked up.
Stacked up there at about the 38-yard line. So pick up of 4 hard running yards there for Tyler Powell. These officials are not real quick to blow the whistle.
Oh, they are not.
I'm kind of seeing that. So big drive here for the Wolverines. It's 2nd and 5. Pick up a 5. Caden down here to the left. Far right receiver. There's a handoff to Powell. Makes a man miss. Rolls his way forward. He's going to have a first down. That's a 5-yard run. That's enough for a first down. Ball right at the 45-yard line. The Wolverines seeming to pick up some momentum here in the early goings of this 4th quarter. So just hard running there.
I tell you what, that the tackler was number 15, Mark Conti. If you look at him, he bent over a little bit because he took one to the shoulder.
He took a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gibbons under center. There's a handoff. There's the Tyler Powell once again. Oh, there he is. We're calling the play over, and we're waiting 3 seconds for a whistle.
Yeah. That could be good or it could be bad.
That's okay. It could be good. It could be bad. And to me, it just sets up a nice time for an injury.
Right.
You know,
exactly. You're letting this play out.
Something silly happen.
You don't want to be judgmental, but it almost seems like somebody's waiting for another person to make the call to a certain degree.
Yes.
But nonetheless,
so picked up 2 yards
is.
on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. I formation. Got Storm in there, the fullback position. Back to pass. Gibbons throws it out there. Oh, Storm off the fingertips.
He had three players on that backside there wide open. He had Peyton O'Brien across the middle.
Yes, he
did.
Had
Storm.
Peyton was there.
Oh, man.
Ball falls incomplete. Big 3rd down. The Wolverines up to this point are 3 for 7 on 3rd downs. Big 3rd down play here. Gibbons in the shotgun. 2 wide outs. Back to pass. Looking down the field. Surveying. Throws his way out there. That ball's intercepted by number 20. He's at the 35, the 30, 25, 20, 15. Hit there at Gibbons. All the way returned back to about the 8-yard line.
And unfortunately, there was a
yards.
Yeah,
So
46 on the play.
So 1st and 10, or 1st and goal at the 9. Handoff there to Klein, weaving his way through, and he is down into. He's right at.
They're going to say 2nd down. He's right at the 1.
Right at the 1-yard line. He drove his way forward for about 8 yards. So we're going to be 2nd and goal from inside the 1-yard line. So the Warriors really got everybody spread out. 3 wide outs. That's a short side left. There's a handoff to number 20, and he's into the end zone. Is Klein for the 1-yard run. Wow, that was just a huge turn of events here in about the last minute and a half. He just drives his way in there. Enough for the touchdown. Is the Warriors leading 16-7 7:46 left to go in the contest. Extra point forthcoming. That kick is up, and it is good. So 7:46 left to go. We have a score of 17-7. Warriors will be kicking off. It's at this moment in time that I think of my late grandma, Laura. She was a wonderful woman. Lost her to the cancer here. It's been about 12 years ago. She often told me if you can't say something good about somebody, don't say it at all. So in regards to our officials this evening, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. The Wolverines down 17-7. We still got a game here. Wolverines have 3 timeouts. Kickoff return team has been really good here in the recent weeks. There's a run up and a kick. High end over and kick taken there about the 14-yard line by Zach Gatto. Weaving his way around through. He's got a hold. He's at the 35. Oh, he slipped.
There you go.
Oh,
There's
he
that
slipped.
slip. Oh,
He made a cut. And so returns it all the way out to the 35-yard line. He cut, but the foot didn't want to go the same way as the body, and slipped down there, did Zach Gatto. So Wolverine ball at the 35-yard line. Now, we could say Gibbons has had the most time to pass tonight we've probably seen all season.
Yep.
I want to keep that in mind. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Hand off there to Tyler Powell. Through that first interior line, he's at the 45, 50, 45. A great run there down to the 44-yard line of about 21 yards for Tyler Powell. And we've seen Tyler do that on 3 or 4 different occasions. He breaks through that interior line of scrimmage, and off to the races he goes. And that's the situation there where they spread everybody out, Brad. The Wolverines had 4 wide receivers that time. And just let him go. Let him run down the field.
Warriors defense
do his thing.
is thinking they're down 17-7. They're going to throw. 3 wide, got to throw.
A nice play call there by Coach Lemens and
Very
his
good
staff.
play.
Back
And
to
here you
pass
go.
is Gibbons. He's looking. Finds Ashton Wilson. A nice catch there by Ashton at the 40-yard line. Not a big gain on the play. Gave him 5 yards.
Yeah.
But, I think what we're also may see here is, Ashton, that's his 5th reception. Correct me, Brad.
Yep.
Coming across the middle like that. Sooner or later,
you're going to see it on the other side at some point.
Caden Kreiser, we're going to see Peyton O'Brien be open down the field.
Right.
Let's keep that in mind. Ask and we shall receive.
Peyton O'Brien has been open several times, so that's
There's
the key one right there.
Powell. Oh, slipped again. He was hit there by big number 58, Nick Beam. He's a senior, 6 foot, but weighs in at 245. So not much gain on that play. I'm going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. A real key play here in this ball game. We can talk about 2-down territory.
Yeah,
let's
no matter
just
what from
convert
here
this
on
3rd
out.
down and be done with it.
Yep, agreed. So you got Spatafor on this side.
Yep. 2 out to the right.
There's
Gibbons,
Wilson.
quick pass out there.
Makes
to
a good
Wilson.
judgment.
Makes the first man miss. Rolls his way forward all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Good
Needed
adjustment.
5, got 11.
Not the most prettiest pass because it led him, but Wilson made the adjustment.
Outside shoulder. It was
Nice.
inside. Nice turn and catch and go there by Ashton Wilson. So that's a first down for the Wolverines. 5:57. Down 17-7. Ball on the 29-yard line. 2 wide outs to the. There's a handoff again to Tyler Powell, making through that line, dragging people as he goes down to that 30-yard line. Picked up about 8 on that play. I beg your pardon, 20-yard line. 20-yard line. So ball on a 20-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd down and short. It's going to be a long one. So we don't really see play action from this offense, but maybe something a little bit like that could be dialed up at this point. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Ash in that slot. There it is, first down by Tyler Powell. runs his way forward. Going to pick up about 2 yards. First down, stops the clock till they set the sticks. The Orange really need to be thinking about hurrying things up here. You get that first down in high school football, it stops the clock.
Right.
But as soon as them chains get set, that clock's rolling again.
Completely different now
But
this year.
in this situation, we're about 10 seconds into this play. So you like that, getting that play in there and getting it made. First and 10, ball on the 20-yard line, back to pass. Gibbons finds Ashton Wilson. He makes it at 10. He's at the 4-yard line. Ashton Wilson. That's going to be a first down. A nice catch there by Ashton in the flat. Kind of shed that first blocker to the 12-yard line, and he was off to the races all the way down to the 3-yard line. Wolverines pressuring here in the late goings of this game. Tight formation.
Go to Storm.
Yep. There it is.
Nope. Tyler
Powell. Get in there, buddy. That's a touchdown for Tyler Powell. Great run there. We have not seen that formation that much in tonight's game with the three running backs.
Yep. Your T or your wishbone.
Yeah, called a
formation.
T, called a wishbone. But he found his way in there. Coach Lemenza just slipped on the grass too. And no, there's a glaze to this field. You probably can't see it on our screen, and our great cameraman. I'm so excited I forgot his name.
Dakota Marshall.
I knew it was Marshall. There it is. Big extra point here for Gibbons. Kick is down. Oh, it's missed. Not missed, but the ball.
Bad snap.
Just the snap to the holder exchange just was not meant to be. So, no kick, but
you know what?
Score.
We knew for a fact coming into this game, now that Levi unfortunately is injured, it's not going to be a field goal attempt to try to tie this game.
Yes,
it has to be a touchdown.
A point well taken. But hey, let's not forget the Wolverines. That was a 90-yard drive.
Yep. Off of a turnover. Turnovers tonight. Two turnovers have helped the Wolverines.
Points off of turnovers. It's huge.
Now, I like talking strategy for the next play. If that time was cut in half, I'm going on sides. Right now, 4:26, here's the bagger. You've got 3 timeouts.
Yes,
you kick it deep. You get the stop. You get the ball back in your hands.
We saw I'm not sure if it's done by design or they just can't do it, but they need to get that ball deep. If you can't kick in the air, or squib, kick it down there.
Yeah,
and just
get it
hope
in a
for the
pocket
best.
that is open. Like right now, if you look at Mohawk, Mohawk is playing the line.
Their deepest man right now is at the 25-yard line.
Right. So you got to find a pocket if you're going onside, or in this case, if you can kick it deep enough, and if it lands at the 5 or 6, it's a live ball.
It's a live ball.
Yeah. Kick it over the guy's head, kick it in the corner.
Special teams going to step up here. We got Spatafor out there. We got Storm Chambers. We got Tyler Powell. Carter Lutz out there. Number 70, Damian McCandless. Number 4, Magnifico. Gatto's out there. Chrysler's out there. They run up in the kick. Squib kick there. Do not go out of bounds. Ball is loose. That ball is loose. Who's got the ball? I think it's going to be.
I think it is going to be Mohawk's ball.
It's going to be Mohawk's ball.
But that is okay. It is okay. It's 4:19. The clock is still running.
Yeah, they got to shut that clock off. They got to add some time onto that clock. Hey, they need to add time to that clock. They let it run. Yeah, I bet like 8 seconds ran off that clock. Well, it's going to be too late now. 4:16. Okay, they got them all spread out, the Warriors. 3 to the right, short side right, 1 to the left. Handoff there to number 20. Weaves his way through there. No. He's at the 45, 50. He's all the way down to the 46-yard line. Oh, good grief. 23-yard run. And I tell you what, I had that pit in my stomach where they spread them all out. I thought that was going to happen. And you can't even say they missed tackles because there's nobody there to really hit them.
Right.
So, rolling clock now here. That's the Warriors' best friend, up by 4, 17-13. 3:58 left to go. And they're just going to milk this play clock down. It's at 10 right now. In the shotgun. Now remember, we've had some trouble with that center quarterback exchange. rolls his way forward once again, still going up to the 6 yards, all the way down to the 39-yard line. Ouch.
Number 20 again.
Number 20.
Just chewing
just
up
got
the yardage.
Brian Klein. We'll have all the post-game stats for you at the end of this game. And we think the band is playing. I haven't got confirmation on that. But side note, the Blue Band is playing in the band festival down at Hopewell tomorrow night.
Nice.
We're not sure the start time. If you're interested in going to support the band, Hopewell tomorrow night, 6 or 7 o'clock. Go early, grab some dinner. It'll be fun. In the shotgun on the 2nd and 3.
20 again.
Hand off to 20. Weave his way around there. And I tell you what, the young man was smart enough to stay in bounds.
Yep. You can hear
that.
the Mohawk coaches.
Yeah, you can hear them like giving them the stop sign. Just
right.
To, if nothing more, fall down, and Wolverines will burn their first time out. 2:49 left to go. Now, where they're spotting up, nope, they did give him a first down, Brad.
Yep.
That's going to be 3 more downs. You know, I don't quite, the center, we saw one fumble tonight on the center, hiking the ball back to the quarterback, and he's had some high snaps, some low snaps. They must not practice within the under center very much, because we didn't get any information from Mohawk as the game started, but number 15, Mark Conti, a 10th grader, normally starting. Not sure if he's injured or just what. I haven't seen number 10 in the field all night.
Right.
But
have not.
we have number 13 starting, Bowden Leslie, quarterback. He's just a sophomore as well, 6 foot, 150 pounds. So on this senior night, 17-13 is where we stand. Elwood City with 2 timeouts. The Warriors a new set of downs on this 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. In the shotgun snap. Hand off to number 20 around the right side, looking for a seam. He's got it there. Storm Chambers there to meet him. After about a 4-yard gain, Zach Gatto in there too to slow him down. Really no gain on the play. 2:35 left to go here. Coach Lemenza has them 2 timeouts left, and we're just going to watch Mohawk here. And play clock's at 20 seconds.
If that was a 3 or 4 yard gain, then you call your timeout. But here, it's a play that was technically negative.
Yep.
You let that clock. You keep the 2 timeouts for 3rd down and then second down and 3rd down.
Yep. So it's going to be at 2 minutes here at the snap of the ball. Oh, we got a whistle.
I think Mohawk had to take a timeout. That's huge.
Okay, well, that was nice of them.
That helps out just a little bit, I guess.
Not really sure why. I mean, the play clock was really at 2. Maybe he just wanted to see what the Wolverines defense was doing as well.
Possibly.
With the lead, does he? I mean, he can be pretty conservative with his timeouts at this point in the game. Next week we'll be at Brentwood. A couple weeks after that, don't forget with the school functions, we got the Shrek, the musical.
Yes.
The
November 8th,
November
9th.
8th, 9th, and 10th. Choir director Felicia Greco. I'm sure we'll have our Elwood City student body well represented in that performance. They've been on Facebook a lot, really promoting things. So get out there and not only support the kids, but it should be a very entertaining evening and a lot of fun. They always put on great shows. Okay, after the timeout, we're at 2nd and 10. Need a turnover, guys. Waits the snap. Hand off there to number 20.
Good tackle, Rodney Grimes.
Rodney Grimes in
and
there,
Tyler
pulling
Powell.
his man down. Tyler Powell, I think we're going to have minute 57. And it'll be a timeout for the Wolverines. Once again, we can't say it enough, our friends at 107.3 WXCD, Elwood City. And for us getting looped in with them guys tonight, so you can hear us on the radio. And And I mean, I hope they're getting more listeners. I've listened more since he started out where we live. Unfortunately, I don't get the station.
Right.
Coming through Elwood, throw on 107.3 and do a great job.
And not only is it a rock station, but with Ricky Venezzi, it is a classic rock
Yes, it
station.
is.
You
Yes,
want
it is.
classic. You don't want this alternate or alternative stuff. You want the classic stuff. He's going to throw it on there. Again, don't want to look forward to next week, but next week, Brentwood, it actually fits the mold to every single team except for Mohawk that we've seen. They're a pass offense.
They got a
They can
pretty
throw
good
like
quarterback.
crazy.
Pretty good
Yeah.
quarterback down there.
Yeah.
They can sling the ball.
That one's going to be a fun one because they still have the potential to make playoffs on their
Well,
end.
and they were playing Burgettstown. Kind
yeah.
of tight, and Burgettstown's been really, really good.
Exactly.
Okay, on this 3rd and 9, minute 57 left. The Wolverines do have one more timeout remaining. That's important. Need a stop here. Misdirection
Coming
handoff
back
to
to
number
this side.
3, coming this way. They get
There
the
you
stop.
go.
They get the stop at the 30-yard line. So you are at the 30-yard line. Timeout, Elwood City. That is their last. No, he's not calling timeout. He's not calling timeout. Yes, he did call
Okay, he
timeout.
did call a timeout.
I don't
So-
understand. I mean, you do watch the clock a lot closer in a game
Right.
like this, but you lost 4 seconds
Yeah.
waiting for the timeout. You had 8 seconds lost back on that kickoff.
Right. Minute 40 left in this game. It's 4th and 5, so you can't run the ball and not get a first down. The clock will stop and be turned over. If they run the ball, get the first down, unfortunately, this game is pretty much
Yes,
sealed
it is.
out.
They can seal it up.
They could throw, although we've only seen 2 passes all game. They have not completed either of them. That could be a trick play. Who knows? They could technically kick the
there's
field goal,
gonna
but I think we can roll that one out because
Yeah, I
it's 30
think
yards
30
already.
yards,
You're looking at a
that's
40-some-yard field goal.
46-yard field goal.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see that. But on this 4th and 5, ball is wrestling at the 30-yard line.
My thought is this. You've been running that counter trap run option
I
where you put
think
3
we're
in
gonna
motion
see
or
that.
20, Klein gets the ball. I have this dumb feeling what's going to happen here is they're going to come out, do the exact same play, and just hope 5 yards, get 6 yards, and you get that first down, you walk out of here. The ref's already blowing the play clock. We're already down to 15 seconds. Mohawk is finally just running out on the field now.
So big 4th and 5 play here. Wolverines up at the line pretty tight.
He did move. I move.
Oh,
Reverse. There's the flag.
Yeah.
Fumble.
on the
Wolverines,
play.
I believe,
The
recover.
Wolverines are going to recover.
The problem with so if there was
We can
movement,
decline if there's movement, they can decline the penalty.
yeah,
can't
if it's an illegal procedure or illegal motion,
Yep.
it could be a flag.
Yep.
But no matter what, Wolverines did recover.
They
so
did recover, so it
this
should be Wolverines' ball no matter what. Holding. Yep, we'll
Decline
decline that
that,
penalty.
and there you go.
Okay, Wolverines' ball. Minute 34 left. Remember, we're out of timeouts, but I'm not sure who recovered that. But if they were, they tried that trickery, kind of the reverse, if you will, and the exchange got messed up. Ball got kicked around a little bit. One of the Wolverines fell upon it. So, minute 34, down by 4, field goal does you nothing. Got to get a touchdown. No timeouts remaining. The only 2 ways you're going to stop the clock is, 3 ways. A touchdown, out of bounds, and incomplete pass. A first down does stop the clock momentarily. 3 wide outs to the right. Handoff. Are you kidding me? Pickup of 1 on the play. So, brings up a 2nd down and 9. Okay, quick to the line are the Wolverines. Back to pass is Gibbons. Under pressure, makes a man miss. Rolling out to his right, throws the ball away. And the ball was out there to Peyton. He got hit really odd.
He actually, I think his foot collided with the defender
Yes.
behind, and he unfortunately tripped.
Yeah,
They're not
it
going
was-
to call
it- it
anything
was-
on that,
the ball-
unfortunately.
it was pretty much an uncatchable ball.
Right.
So, incomplete pass stops the clock. 3rd and 10.
That's the
Minute
first
11.
time we've seen Gibbons kind of under
pressure,
duress
yes.
that quick.
Yep, he was pretty quick. Gibbons back to pass. Ball, batted down and almost intercepted. It was in the breadbasket of number 20. It's 4th and 10.
Number 55, big.
That's his
big
second knockdown.
55.
That's
Knocked
his
it
second
down.
knockdown tonight. That 6'5" length of his got up in the air. The kid can jump, too.
Yep.
Good God, he's 270 pounds.
So
And
4th
can
and
get up in
10
the air.
from
4th
the
and
30.
10 from
You
the
know what
30.
the job is. 10 yards here, a cloud of dust.
Right.
107
You have
left.
to get this.
I think here clearly you go 4 wide. You spread them out, either Peyton, Spatafor, Wilson.
Yep. We got 7
got
seconds on the
options
play
here.
clock. We got 4 in the play clock. Here we go. 4th and 10. Back to pass. Spatafor downfield. Throws the ball.
Wide open. There you go. Kreiser, get out of bounds.
Get out of bounds, buddy.
There you
At
go.
The 47-yard line.
What a play.
Big 4th down conversion. Out of bounds. Stops the clock. Wow.
Caden
Big play there.
Kreiser.
Caden Kreiser with the catch. And I tell you what, he just settled out there. Everyone else cleared out.
Yep.
And he was past the first down marker. So he knew where he needed to be, and he was wide open. That ball had to look like a beach ball coming in
my
there
gosh, yeah.
for him to catch.
1 minute on the dot.
Yep, 1 minute
no
left to
running
go.
clock because it was out of bounds. He got tackled out
of
by number
bounds.
15, Conti,
So, here come the Wolverines.
at the 46, 47 yard line.
47-yard line. Give it. No. Pass, handoff. Up to the 49-yard line. Picked up about 5 on that play. Clock is at 48 seconds. Gibbons back to pass. Pass out there to
Get out of
Ashton
bounds.
Wilson. Dropped the ball.
He dropped the ball.
Dropped the ball to Ashton. I don't think he would have got the first down anyway.
So 41 seconds, 3rd and 5. You're across midfield.
On the 48-yard line.
You got to pick the corners here. You got to pick on the corners. Try and catch the ball and instantly try to step out of bounds or get down. If you have the first down, just get down.
Yep. And Gibbons needs to have 2 plays there in the huddle right now. You got one for this,
Exactly.
and one for the next. So got
10 on the play
10 on
clock.
the play clock.
Wolverines setting up. Players moving all over the place.
Yep,
5
yep,
seconds,
it's gonna-
4
we're
seconds,
gonna get
3.
Oh,
2.
no. They got it
They
off.
got it off somehow.
Nope, they
Nope, they're
didn't.
going to throw a flag
They're
because
gonna
of
throw the
motion, movement.
Pass was down there.
They're gonna
Intended
say-
receiver, but it was incomplete.
So they're going to say illegal motion because there was 2 players in motion. I don't even know how in the world they got it off in time. I don't
know
think
either.
they did.
I think that was
but
just a touch generous.
right.
So either way, we'll see to wait what the flag is. I'm thinking we're going to be 2nd and we are as it stands right now. It's 3rd and 5. Yes, the Wolverines are moving back. This is against them.
So I have a feeling this is going to be.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, Brad,
you
do
may decline it. You may decline it.
and
So
make it a
4th
third down?
and 5.
So it's 4th and 5.
Yeah, they may decline it. That's obviously why the ref walked over there. He's
yep,
asking.
talk about things.
To me,
Here, we're
if
gonna
you're
get
smart,
the-
you
we're gonna
decline
get
it.
the call.
Give him less
Legal
chances.
procedure against Elwood. That
There you
penalty is
go.
declined. Okay, 4th and 5. We converted the last 4th down, Brad, and that was a 4th and 5. Let's do this again. 4th and 5. 36 seconds left. Bunch here to the left side, short side. Gibbons back. Looking down the field for O'Brien. Throws the ball down there, and it is just out of the outstretched hands of Peyton O'Brien. Valiant effort. He was good coverage on him. The ball falls incomplete. Ball over on downs. Had single coverage out there, and just was not able to make the connection. I think we're going to get a kneel down, and this is going to be it. 17-13. Wow. Exciting game right up to the end. Just come up that little bit short. First time he's under center all time night. That's a victory formation. Reset the clock. I think this ball game's over. As the clock's winding down, the Mohawk War Week.
Man, that's
Now
tough.
we got some extracurricular activity going on out here in the center of the field. We got lots of fun, lots of stuff going on. Noah Bunny being restrained by one of his own players, a couple of his players. I'm not sure who is that out there holding him back. But emotions in a tight game like this, you see they're pretty tight.
Oh,
We
that's
just kinda
talk
stopped
about
the
class there.
handshake
Talk about class. Big number 55 is just waving while he's going off the field. Talk about class.
Yeah.
You don't want to. I mean, emotions are riding. You know, Mohawk's happy because they won. There's no reason to rub it. Vice versa
Right,
for the
right.
Wolverines. There's no reason to
Yep.
go and
Yep,
showboat
play the
as
game.
well.
You got it won.
Mm.
Let's just keep Wolverines are just going to stay here on the field. And actually right now, a couple of the Elwood coaches, they're shaking hands. Everything's good in the center of the field. So the final comes here, 17-13. The Warriors, Elwood City, a valiant effort. We're going to have some halftime stats.
Final stats.
The final stats, yeah. Yep, we don't want it to end. Some final stats here.
Okay, we'll take a short little break. We'll come back here. We'll collect our emotions.
Yes.
And then we'll call it a night.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by ElwoodCity.org, the unofficial site for Elwood City News. Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, your hometown store for all your custom apparel needs and printable sportswear for all types of groups. And by WXED 107.3, located in downtown Elwood City, bringing you your rocking needs.
Welcome back, folks. Your final score from Helling Stadium. The Mohawk Warriors 0-8 defeat the Elwood City Wolverines 0-8. So Mohawk will pick up their first win, and you don't want to speculate, but probably their one and only win on the year. But they do improve to 1-8. 1-6 in conference play. The Wolverines will officially now finish conference play 0-7, 0-9 overall. Some final stats for you. Scoring by quarters for Mohawk, 0 in the first quarter. They followed that up with, in the second quarter, 10 points with a field goal from 33 yards right before halftime. And then also a 31-yard rushing touchdown by number 3 running back Corey Brown. With the PAT good by Dylan Lloyd. They took a 10-0 lead, kept it pretty close in the first half was the Wolverines. They had a chance or an opportunity to score. Some bang-bang plays there at the end, some calls maybe. You don't want to speculate. I know that is not our job here. We're trying to be neutral, but when you make 2 penalties and take away 2 touchdowns, you got to believe something may be a little bit fishy. But at halftime, it was 10-0. Coming out, we said this all year long. The time of possession was 5:24 to 16. Would have been 16:36 then at that point. It was something ridiculous. The Mohawk Warriors, we knew coming into the game, was going to run the ball, and not only that, but they just ate the clock in that first half. However, coming back out in that second half in the third quarter, a big third quarter for the Wolverines all year long. That is now 3 weeks in a row. They come out and score in the third quarter, kind of like with that first drive. We hope that translates to next week as well. But Tyler Powell finished off a great drive of I think it was 56 yards because of a very good return to the 42-yard line or 43 or whatever that was by Ashton Wilson. Ashton Wilson has set up the kicking game has been either Ryan Gibbons kicking off. The kick return has been Ashton Wilson. With that score from 6 yards out, Tyler Powell made the score 10-7 with the PAT good by Ryan Gibbons as Levi Smith was unfortunately injured. Actually, it's kind of a little bit amusing right now. Right now, Levi Smith is rocking across the screen as we say that. On his crutches. We know he is a devoted player, not only to the football team, but he also is scrolling his way over there to the band. We like seeing those players that play multiple sports, or in this case, 2 different things at the same time. Adding to the scoring that fourth quarter late, 7:46 left. Brian Klein, the running back who was featured a lot tonight, had a 1-yard run in for the touchdown, 17-7 Mohawk. That was after a big turnover by the Wolverines. And unfortunately, nothing you could do about turnovers other than try to stop it, and unfortunately they could not do that. Fourth quarter, 4:26, just 3 minutes later, we saw that bounce back, that punch back in the gut. They kind of bounced back from it with Tyler Powell finishing off the drive from 4 yards out. That was another good 60-some yard, 70-some yard drive. The PAT was no good by Ryan Gibbons, but that didn't really, I wouldn't say that really impacted the game. And that was the score there of 17-13. The Wolverines had chances there late. I have a feeling they made a couple run calls on that last drive just to see if it opened up and maybe catch Mohawk sleeping, but those big guys up front for Mohawk kind of held their ground. Unfortunately, you don't want to go back and make the what-if game come into play, but the passing I thought would have been bigger tonight. I thought they would have gone more to the pass game, but it is what it is. And the final score, unfortunately, tonight falls to the Warriors, 17-13. Team stats, final stats. Talk about a bounce back in that second half for the Wolverines. Total yards, 256 for Mohawk, 243 for the Wolverines.
Pretty even.
Passing game, I checked, that was not 2 pass attempts. It was 1 by Mohawk. They were 0 for 1. All 256 yards on the ground. They rushed it 44 times with an average of 5.8. For the Wolverines, 96 yards passing, 8 for 21, 12 yards per pass, but unfortunately, 1 interception did turn out to be costly and gave the ball back to Mohawk, and as they scored that second touchdown. Rushing yards, 147 yards for the Wolverines, 33 carries, 4.5 yards per carry. Receiving wise, again, 96 yards. That's going to be split up between two players we'll talk about here shortly. Most of it went to Wilson. Penalties, 6 apiece, 6 for the Mohawk Warriors for 40 yards, 6 for the Wolverines for 50 yards. That fourth quarter, as all that went down, we only had 2 penalties, and both of them were technically declined. So the penalties added up. This is probably the most controversial game we've seen all year long, with a lot of calls kind of going, you never want to say favored against the Wolverines, but it kind of looked like that. Not trying to be biased, but you take off 2 touchdowns. That's tough.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Brad, not to get off your topic, but
Right.
you know, these officials are rated,
Yes, they are rated.
and we had 2 0-8 teams tonight.
Yeah, and that's what's key. They know that this is, we said it technically on air, it's their bowl game.
Right.
These refs know that both these teams are looking for possibly their 1 win on the season. They know these 2 teams, and let's be real, Mohawk and Elwood, they don't like each other. I don't think anybody likes each other in Lawrence County, to be honest, but when you're 0-8 and you're trying not to be that last team.
My point is they're probably sending the best officials
Right.
to a playoff game tonight.
Right. Well,
or
that
something
too.
like
Yeah,
that.
I
We
see
are
it
not
from that
making
side.
we are not making excuses.
Right.
The game was played.
Adding to that, first downs. Again, the Wolverines dominated in that second half, 16 apiece. 16 first downs each. And then third down conversions, the Wolverines actually did very well. 5 for 12 for 41.7% compared to 2 for 8 for the Mohawk Warriors. Warriors were 1 for 4 versus Wolverines 1 for 2. Oh, and finally, time of possession. That second half kind of led more towards the Wolverines. They finished with 21 minutes and 54 seconds, whereas the Warriors finished with 26 minutes. Individual stats, passing-wise, Ryan Gibbons, 8 for 21, 96 yards, 1 interception. Bowden Lisley, we did not see their original starter that we thought was going to be in there, but he was 0 for 1, and that was it. Rushing-wise for the Wolverines, another big night for Tyler Powell. He went over the century mark.
Good.
28 carries, 131 yards, 4.7 average, and those 2 big touchdowns. And I'll throw a bone out there. Storm Chambers, 3 carries, but 3 crucial third down conversions for 18 yards on the night. Rushing for Mohawk Warriors, they had the three-headed monster per se. Brian Klein, number 20, the running back, 21 carries, 127, 1 touchdown. And then Corey Brown, 11 carries, 101 yards, 9.2 average, 1 touchdown. And then also Bowden Lisley, he didn't really per se carry the ball too much, but he did make a couple plays there of that run-pass option, 6 carries for 18 yards. Receiving-wise, Ashton Wilson, 7 of the 8 receptions, 80 yards, adding to a great total on the year. He's probably, if I'm correct, he would be over about 35 receptions on the year. I think it may even be almost 40, which is great numbers for him. And in that huge fourth down, building for next year, correct me if I'm wrong, Caden Kreiser, sophomore, I believe.
Yep.
You know he's going to be a wide receiver next year. I tell you what, that is a tough catch. Fourth and 10. On the play, or no, fourth and 10. It was 4th and 10 with a penalty for 5 yards. That's huge. That's crucial because if you drop that, this game, we're not even talking about a chance. So he made a great catch for 16 yards. So kudos to him. Finally, defense-wise, leading the way for the Wolverines, Noah Bunny, 7 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Rodney Grimes, 8 tackles, 6 assisted tackles, and then also Storm Chambers, 9 tackles. So the big guys up front with Storm Chambers as well, adding totals to their tackles. Finally, for the Mohawk Warriors, leading the way was number 11, Ethan Fritzley. He had 9 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. And we want to give a shout-out to number 55. He may have only had 2 tackles, didn't really get too much in the backfield, but I tell you what, he knocked down 2 passes with one there at the end kind of being not a crucial, but setting up a 4th down play that unfortunately ended this game. So there's your final stats. The Wolverines unfortunately lose to the Mohawk Warriors 17-13. Before we get off, and before I pass this over to Thad Sturgeon to set us up for Week 9 coverage, here we go. I asked Thad if he wanted to see the scores ahead of time. He is not. So this is the first time seeing it. Avonworth continues to be the beast in the 2A conference. I forget if they're Allegheny. I think they're Allegheny. Yeah,
they are.
They beat undefeated McGuffey 34-12. So Avonworth will now go to 9-0. They'll win the conference most likely. McGuffey, with that one loss, unfortunately, will finish second. But you better believe both these teams are going to be ranked very high. Shenango. You know what? Let's skip that one real quick. We'll come back to the 2A Midwestern. Burgettstown was only up, headed to the mid-fourth quarter, 16-13 on Brentwood.
Oh.
That is our opponent next week. So with that being out there, I don't know, unfortunately, Brentwood's record off the top of my head. That could be for a playoff game. You never know. If Brentwood loses, they may rest certain players and maybe play a couple junior high or maybe JV team or players. Who knows? We'll see what happens when we get the final pairings. There's a couple teams clinched, but until we know for sure what's going to happen, we'll let that one go. Highlands was up on Newcastle 22-14 fourth quarter. Olsh beats Union 14-0. This one came about 50 minutes ago, so it's definitely out of our hands for an updated score. But Riverside was up on Valley 14-6. That game was coming from Valley. All right, here we go. Final score: Neshannock 36, Western Beaver nothing.
Oh, wow.
So that officially would eliminate Western Beaver, if I'm correct, from playoff contention, and that would now clinch Neshannock with a 5-1 record, at least for now, for sure, in playoffs. Who knows what happens next week? They could be tied. They could lose and finish second, or they could win and maybe Freedom Falls, and now we've got Neshannock winning it. All right, here we go. Shenango, 28. New Brighton, 27.
Oh, no kidding.
New Brighton scored with 4 minutes left. They scored a touchdown. The PAT was blocked.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to throw this over to Thad. Before we call it a night, I'm going to check to see if I can get an update for that score. If not, we'll call it a night, and you'll see all of our scores, all of our stats, this replay, everything at www.ecwolverines.com. Thad, take it away.
All right, thank you, Brad. Tough loss here tonight. Senior night here, and always, kind of, everybody wants to say bittersweet. It's just a night that, it's the culmination of a lot of these players on this field that they spent so much time at. Our seniors, Noah Bunny, Levi Smith, and Storm Chambers. They've been fun to watch. Levi just played this year, stepped up. They needed a kicker, and he came in and did that. And Storm and Noah, they've been fun to watch. I think they've lettered all 3 years, and obviously will letter this year for the time that they have played. A nice crowd tonight. Next week at Brentwood, once again, they do have a bus going down. Let's talk to Sam Teolis about that if you'd like to get on there. Should be a fun ride to do with a bunch of Wolverine fans. Anything else coming up? We'll see you from Brentwood next week. As always, you can check all of our information out at ecwolverines.com. Brad Windhorse on Twitter, as well as Instagram that he has on that as well. And, of course, you can always like our Facebook page for news and comments about tonight's game and Brentwood coming up. Brad, scrolling through here and can't seem to find an updated score.
I did actually get an updated score. I'm just trying to see if it's final or not. To add note, Laurel Spartans 23-15 over Stowe Rocks. That is a huge shocker.
That's a big shocker.
That's huge.
I think Laurel's chances are kind of done, though, aren't they?
Yeah, unfortunately.
They lost last week. They started so strong.
Right, and they play in 1A where they do take, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, 16 teams, but there are at least 4 conferences. Maybe they only take 12. I forget what it is, to be honest. But they were eliminated last week when they played Cornell.
Right.
Unfortunately.
The playoffs are hard to figure out because we'll get a playoff games in 2 and 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we'll see teams playing with a less than 500 record.
Right.
But that's what it is.
Riverside did win that game against Valley. That one went final. They won 24-14. Newcastle did just score. They're making that one a game against Laurel Highlands, 22-22 there. Here's what I have. I do have this. I'm not sure of the time because the last score was 4 minutes left. Oh, let me finish. Newcastle and Highlands, they're going to overtime.
Oh,
they are going to overtime. Here's what I saw with the Shenango game. I'm scrolling through trying to see if I can get some quick time updates. The last score was 4 minutes, so this must be about 3 minutes or 2 minutes. New Brighton had to have gotten the ball back. They scored. It is now 33-28 New Brighton.
Wow.
That one's very close to the end. We'll leave it at that because you know what? I'm going to listen to 92.1 on the way home.
92.1
who knows? That game may even be on the air. It could
I
be.
didn't get. I come in here too early tonight to hear who they were playing. So.
But no matter what, if you go and if you're traveling home tonight, whether you be out there from the game or wherever you may be, if you listen to 92.1 The Pickle,
great
they
post-game
do a post-game show till at least 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and they also go on the AM radio till like 1 in the morning.
I didn't
so
realize that.
it's really good. Unfortunately, AM's a little bit harder to get. But you'll see all of our stats. You'll see all of our standings. We'll have updated results like we always do and post it on Facebook and Twitter with the clinchings, with the results. Some big games. But everybody played tonight for the 2A Midwestern. So it's going to set up for 3 or 4 games next week.
Yep, should be exciting.
With that being said, I'll pass it back over to Thad.
Okay, thank you, Brad, once again. Thank you for listening this evening. Thank our friends at 107.3 WXCD. With nothing else, we hope, on behalf of Brad Winhorst, Dakota Marshall, our cameraman, and myself, Thad Sturgeon, we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast as much as we've enjoyed presenting it to you. Thank you, and have a good night.